That's close enough to 2, I would say. We can get started. How you guys doing? Happy Monday. Happy Memorial Day if you're in the States. Happy normal Monday, I guess, if you're not in the States. Let's see how we're doing in team trials. Maybe knock out a few dailies first, and then I think we'll probably start to get into some parent runs today. We have made retention, which is always nice. Let's see if we can secure early retention this week as well, just to get it taken care of. It'd be very nice to not have to stress about retention threshold for the whole week. Maybe. Normal day? Normal day is alright too. How am I spending my Memorial Day? I spent the morning going out and getting lunch. I did a little bit of Oxygen Not Included because I'm super into Oxygen Not Included lately. We're gonna stream 2 to 6, and then I've got a presentation for work tomorrow morning that I need to refresh my memory on before I do it tomorrow at 9 a.m. So I'm probably gonna do like an hour of work later tonight just to take a peek at it and make sure I remember what I'm supposed to talk about. Should be a good one though. If I've got a little bit of time in there, I might grab some dinner with my wife and watch a movie. We'll kind of see how the late afternoon plays out after we're done with stream. Also, if you need any Sloppy Joe tips, I got you. It's a very easy meal to bring together. Should maybe look for an opportunity to do Sloppy Joes later this week. Could be the move. Could be the play. We're still not seeing retention line here. We do have one more opportunity. Pick up a few star pieces. Virtues, JDD. I don't really think I need either of those. We can skip that. And then give me a parfait on this last one. That's probably not it either. Okay, so we're not going to hit retention threshold right out of the gate, but that's fine. We've got other ones. Let's go get our daily legend race in, keep working on Suzuka. First place on class 5 list, very nice. This is really our strongest runner that we've ever made. Ow. Okay. That must have been a really good parent run then. Wait, what's this? This was a parent run? Yeah, that was a parent run. Holy cow. It's a good Nishino. Found somewhat more reliable ways to get in the stand for your decks when you need it, but the card isn't anything to boast about. Is it, Seeking the Pearl? Because I was doing a run like a day or two ago, just for like finishing some of the special mission goals, and I got jump scared by like the R version of Seeking the Pearl, and she gave me Umamusume. I was like, what the hell? Where did this come from? She also has the like chunky plus 30 energy event in there too, but statistically I don't think that card is where you really want to be. Nice events, horrible stats. Alright, so that's dailies taken care of. Let's go ahead and get into some parent runs. I do want long shoes. Yeah, I probably still need long shoes. I know we said in the video yesterday, which I guess is like technically today, that we were going to be done with parent runs. I meant we were going to be done with parent runs in YouTube videos. But I'm going to take one more crack at trying to get a usable Nishino flower set up, because I would really like to have my own to free up some flexibility for our borrows for Gemini. Because if we have our own Nishino flower, then we don't have to get a Nishino flower from other people, and we can borrow other stuff that might be useful. So I think we're probably just going to slam like 3 Nishino parent runs today, and then we're going to call it good. We'll see if we can get anything usable out of it. I don't know if it's like, if you'd call it sunk cost fallacy or what, but I don't feel like... What do we use for this? Not you. You? Yes, we use Miko Top Guns. I don't feel like the version of the parent deck with Bokshin is really coming together. So if we go and we look at what our actual parent runs have looked like, if we just sort by date acquired, this was the best one by far, which is where we just tried to maximize race bonus. And every single one after that, here we were trying groundwork and Umastan. Here we were trying just groundwork. Here I think we were trying just groundwork again, except this one was abysmal. No, wait, this was a URA finale run. Never mind. Ignore that. That's not apparent. Here we were trying just groundwork. Here we were trying just groundwork. None of them have really come together the same way that this Nishino came together when we were just purely focused on race bonus. So I think that's what I'm going to try and emphasize in these runs. We're going to go ahead and borrow Top Road, because I do want to get my hands on Firm Course Menace more or less guaranteed. So give me you. But then I'd really like to find a way to get Marvelous Sunday's Wit card into this deck. So let me see if I can figure out a way to do that. Because I want these hints. And then I'm going to need some big chunky race bonus card to put here in place of that power card. And it can't be Nishino Flower because we're using Nishino Flower. I mean, it could be Haru as just race bonus, and that might end up being fine. What do we got in the Guts department these days? We have Haru. I don't really love the idea of 2LB Vega. I don't really love the idea of, well, you know, Prepared to Pass isn't that bad. There's also Ryan for power. That's true. What are Ryan's hints like? I keep forgetting that Ryan is actually a usable card in Trackblazer because it's god-awful for every other scenario. Up-tempo, medium straights, wet and rainy. E-strategy, Nimble Nav. It is Nimble Nav. You know... What are you, 10 race bonus? Nimble Nav is kind of Nimble Nav. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. It's 60 race bonus. We get access to Nimble Nav, Speed Star, Ramp Up and Tail Held High, Firm Course Menace. I don't think Ichi Amazon really gives us... Well, Pace Savvy. We do get Pace Savvy out of that. Gambit doesn't do anything. You know, actually... Hesitant End might end up being a relevant skill to have in Gemini, because I think a lot of people are going to be running like Taishin and other straightaway spurt end closers. Hesitant End might be a fairly good targeted debuff for them. I don't hate this idea. I really like getting access to Nimble Nav, because that's a fairly difficult one to track down otherwise. We can hope that we get Umastan from White Sparks. We have access to it just one time. We also technically have access to groundwork. So like if we get really lucky on parent inheritances, we're kind of in business. Let's see how it looks, man. I think it's possible that either Ryan or Hishi Amazon are supposed to be Haru, just to help get our speed to 1100 and our power to 1100. Yeah, and we have chances for Umastan from digital. We have chances for Umastan from random jump scares from like King Halo or Seeking the Pearl as well, technically. Although our odds of that are, you know, vanishingly small, technically they do exist. It's possible. The biggest thing I want to see with this is just where our stats wind up. You don't give Nimble Nav from hints. Your hints are fairly bad. So let's just ignore that and manage energy with wit. 1, 1, none, 1, 1. Wow. Hideous. The random support card events are called jump scares. I don't know if that's what they're actually called in, like, gacha terminology, but that's what I think of them as. Is that I'm getting jump scared by some random card that wasn't actually in my deck. I do care about Pace Savvy. Spurt. You know, honestly, I might still buy it. So the idea is, and we'll get into Gemini tomorrow. I'm still trying to get the actual prepared to pass firm conditions here versus Sunday hints. I care so much about Sunday hints. I'm still trying to get the actual Gemini guide out. I have most of a script written up. I just haven't actually recorded it yet. I feel like everybody and their mom is going to be running fronts for Gemini. So my plan is definitely still to build an end closer that tries to punch up into like 4th place. If I have the opportunity. These are low friendships, but I don't want to take that power training. I want to preserve energy. I'm still going to try and build an end closer that runs Nishino Flowers unique, but I think my odds of actually hitting it are fairly low. I'm expecting like an average of 3 front runners in every lobby, more or less. Planning double pace single end. I think that's exactly the strategy I'm going to be on as well. I think I'm looking at probably Tamamo Cross as an end closer. And then I think Special Week as a pace chaser. And somebody else as a pace chaser. Maybe like Mayano. I think Mayano might be okay as a pace chaser here. This is potential Nimble Nev. This is potential, it doesn't matter. Give me the wit. The thing about the Gemini track, there's Nimble Nev, by the way. The thing about the Gemini track is I think it's like a really good speed carryover track. I think if you just stack up a ton of corner velocity skills, like you grab mile corners, you grab style corners, you grab adept / curvature, you grab like speed star, you grab rising dragon if you're a late surger. I think you just cross your fingers and see if you hit velocity carryover into late race. Because if you nail your velocity carryover and then you chain into like 1 acceleration skill, I think you're set up really, really well for the rest of the race. So I think that's the plan that I'm going to be on as well. So we're going to look for 1 strong end closer that just hits spurt and wins and tries to punch up into mid-race. And then I'm going to run a pair of pace chasers and just see if I can gamble on hitting speed carryover. Tamama can potentially tail 9 on speed carryover. She can. But I had the same idea in Taurus. There's Nimble Nev again. I had the same idea in Taurus. She procs tail 9 way too early. Because there's so much mid-race that you want to hit as an end closer in the first place. So I think, like, yeah, it can happen. But if you haven't hit tail 9 until the speed carryover zone, I think you're kind of in trouble. I'd rather hit Daring Strike into speed carryover. Especially because Daring Strike is a much longer velocity skill. I think it ups your odds of actually being able to do that. But we'll get into that tomorrow in the video for prep. This is just Vita 20 grilled carrots. I don't feel like buying a coaching megaphone. Could probably grab a glow stick for top rib too. And then we can use that immediately. Let's go set ourselves up to consume stat books. It's okay. I don't feel like I really need Nimble Nav anymore, and that's 17% to fail. Give me another wit training. Do not need rainy days. I also think there's going to be a ton of people in Gemini running triple front. And just stacking like 3 speed eaters onto the same runner. I guess technically you should look at your trainings. Good speed. Because we don't necessarily have to do the Hakode Junior stakes. We probably should. It is a versus race. This is a chance to be pace chaser hints. We should probably take it. Excuse me? I'll do 1 clock on this. Yeah, I think triple front is going to be really popular. And there's nothing you can really do to avoid Speed Eater either. You just have to tank it and then be faster in late race. So, we'll see. Master Cleat empowering Megaphone looking real nice. 1 friend, no friend, 1 friend, 2 friend, 1 friend, low friend? Low friend on speed, which I do want to level up. I think is enough to get me to take a speed here. ECM is on 1. And then Niigata stakes. Versus not really anything going on for training. Yeah, that's a junior stakes. Do I have an idea on what items you need to do the massive 8+ race stretches? I think based on that run, I think all that you need is just stuff to fix your problems at the end of the 8 race stretch. I think you just eat the fact that you are going to get a few stat downs in there, so rather than try and like up your energy in the middle of the multi-race stretch, you should really just grind it out until the end of that race, and then get yourself like a Miracle Cure or a Skin Cream, because you're going to have Skin Condition by the end of it, a Vita 40 or more, so that you can actually do something at the end of the 8 race stretch, and then also like a Berry Sweet Cupcake to fix your mood. But I think you just try and shove as much into that period of races as possible, and then you just fix all the problems that you have when you come out the other side. Rather than try to, like, mitigate it in the middle. I really don't want to be burning this many clocks this early, man. We'll do 1 more. But after this, we can't be re-rolling. Another empowering megaphone. Okay. How bad do you want a Guts ankle weight? I do want one of them. We're about to do a ton of races here at the end anyway. This more or less has to be a rest. I would like to take that whip training, but I don't really want to Vita 20. Well, I could Vita 20 into it. Yeah, sure. Why not? We do really need to work on Shinko Wendy's friendship here. Otherwise, we're going to have another run where she's not gold until we get to the finals. And then we just go race. Double Miracle Cure is interesting. I wish that I could see like a cupcake, but knowing that I have a Miracle Cure in the shop, I'm thinking like, what if we did do a 6 race to close the year out? Early November, there's G2 Mile and Sprint that can be rival as 50-50 between Artemis stakes. I mean, on runs where, again, I'm changing a lot of my thinking about how bad it is to run 4+ races in a row based on the 63 race video. I think it's not as bad as I thought. So there's sort of 3 ways to think about it, Grenster. The first way to think about it is it's not really a 50-50 between the Artemis stakes and these. You can just do both, and you can run this 6 race block if you know that you have a way to recover from skin condition and mood. Granted, we don't have a cupcake right now, so we don't have a way to recover from mood, but I do have a way to recover from skin condition, and so that pulls me towards doing all 6. But if you decide for whatever reason you don't want to do all 6, I really think it just depends on how good your training is on the Artemis Stakes turn. If you have a good training on the Artemis Stakes, this 4 race block is not that bad to deal with. You have a chance for skin condition here, but you don't have a chance for minus stats here. If your Artemis Stakes training is really bad, just take the Artemis Stakes, because I think it's a more productive use of your time. But in this case, where we have good recovery from running multiple races in a row, I'm probably just going to do all of them. Because it's skill points, it's shop recovery, it's everything we need. It's a really interesting KO juice because it means we can recover classic year as well. So I think we go like this. We take the versus race. Good fix. Yeah, I just ignore my mood. Just assume it's going to be awful by the time you get to late December. If you really want to, you can wreck first turn of Classic year. If you don't care that much, I think you can just ignore it. You can take the guaranteed mood up here and hope you hit Etsuko. But yeah, you pretend that your mood isn't there for a few turns, and then you come out the other side and you're okay. Is my current thinking on it. We would prefer to take the mile. The plan is for this to be a mile parent. Finally starting to win some races consistently here without burning clocks on it. We should maybe think about buying Nimble Nav, because it's not really going to get much cheaper beyond this point. There's the first mood down. Let's go ahead and grab Nimble Nav and Ramp Up, just as two skills that are likely to make a difference in our performance in these races. We pray for no stat losses? We do, but if we hit stat losses, we just take it as like part and parcel of the run. I also think we grab Motivating Megaphone here because we're targeting, with the Kale Juice, we're targeting a training in early January and early February, or early January and late January in Classic year. So that's ideal for a Motivating Megaphone. But yeah, you just say if you hit the stat loss, fine. 30 stats is annoying, but it's not like that bad. What we're really hoping for is to not hit it twice. Because we could hit it twice here. So we hit it once. That's unfortunate. I probably need to take stamina here, because I'm looking at the hopeful stakes, trying to figure out how we finish that. Master Cleat Gut Scroll. We're really hoping that we do not hit it here. Can I Cleat Hammer this? I bet I can. I can. Yeah, if 100 coins are worth 40 stats, and you only have like a 50-50 more or less to lose the stats, you do come out slightly positive. Although I would say that you don't want your goal to be coming out of a race slightly positive on stats when your alternative is training, because you come out significantly positive on stats when you train. So you don't want to hit it too often. That's brutal. That's very unfortunate. But also we're at 0 energy, so we might as well take 30 skill points. And then we go Vita 20 Wit Scroll Empowering Megaphone. We probably come back and buy the second Empowering Megaphone after the Hopeful Stakes. And I would really like to see a Berry Cupcake in the shop reset. So does anyone think... Oh god, it's snowing. Can I buy a recovery yet? I might need to buy a preferred position to make it through this race. Because it's soft ground. And then we'll go ahead and Cleat Hammer this. Mileless and Speedstar, but speed's barely over 400 after Classic Summer. That's the Fast Learner tax, man. Nobody gets Fast Learner for free. You might think you get it for free just because an event gives it to you. Game's just waiting to collect on that payment later on. So that takes us to bad. Guts manual speed ankle weight is nice. I would really like to see a berry sweet cupcake. Practice perfect isn't horrible. No cupcake whatsoever. Okay. So we go Guts Manual. Speed ankle weight, I guess? And then what's our training like? I don't really love any of these trainings. So I may actually recreate this turn and then Kale Juice here. Like if we get Karaoke, I think Karaoke's really good. But I would take anything. Let's just get mood patched up a little bit. Yeah, Karaoke's great. This is 20 energy, so I might not even need to Kale Juice now. Because I can do this into a Vita 20. And then be most of the way to not failing a training. I'm definitely going to take the wit. So I think we go Motivating Megaphone, Vita 20. That's going to put us at 40, so we can take a wit training. We're going to race early February, and then we're going to hope for a good training late February, I think. How did G1s go? We won out, but we hit after repeated races twice. So we lost 60 stats, which is not great. But it's part of the deal. Give me a standard distance mile, so that we can try and fish for standard conditions. Or standard distance. You didn't get a cat food in starting shop, so you probably should have doored right there. I don't know that I'm familiar with that video. Is there something about, like, how the seed works? Winter Runner's interesting. Standard distance is a stamina hint. I would just like access to it as a green. Oh, it's Superstition. Okay, I got you. Give me 10 energy here. And then a 2-friend wit training. And a 2-friend speed training. But these are lower friendships than these are right now, so I think I should probably take this wit training. We're not getting anything out of this megaphone. The megaphone has been largely a waste, but that's okay. No, not race. Top Road needs a lot of help here to get to gold before summer break. We'll take another plus 20 energy. That's also a decent wit training, but I think I would rather race. Give me the mile. I want to draft after buying cat food. Okay. I mean, it is only, what, like 10? So if you want to buy it for Superstition, I get it. It's very cheap. Give me one of you. You know, buy 3-turn megaphones except in Junior is a failsafe. I like being able to megaphone these turns. Because if you see one good training, I think you get, like, most of your value out of it. Also, we take versus again. We buy, actually, because there's a shop reset this turn. We need to get the Power and Guts manual out of here, and the Vita 20 and the Artisan Cleat Hammer. We're going to say goodbye to the Speed Ankle Weight. We already have 2, so I don't think we need a whole lot. No, we have 1. But we're also at 5 empowering megaphones already, which is pretty wild. None of you were left-handed, right? That's a sprint left. I'd rather take the mile. Didn't use the fast learner cap because having fast learn is a curse. That's technology right there. You wait to use the fast learner cap until the final 3 turns so that you can't get the fast learner bad luck. I love that. Yeah, Tiara route for sure, because Nishino can't run miles, or can't run longs without a significant inheritance. Holy white sparks. That's head on, mile corners, unyielding spirit. I think head on we might as well just grab now, because it's maxed. Spirit can get a little cheaper, mile corners can get a little cheaper. Also, with Nimble Nav and Ramp Up on board already, I'm pretty confident in my skills right now. I don't really feel like I need to buy them. 2 more Miracle Gears. So Cupcake for sure. Manuals for sure. I'll get a second Miracle Cure, just as insurance. This basically means we never have to buy a Skin Cream. So let's do that. And then we go Okasho, Cleat Hammer, not Glow Stick. We save Glow Stick for the Oaks, and we save it for the Takarazuka Kinan. Doing a team trial sprint via Bourbon and forgot how nice it is to not play Trackblazer as a backliner. You really do just view results and then win. It's crazy. It's like any frontrunner and pace chaser is just vibes. Now, we have used 2 clocks this run already because we came in second 2 times on like random G3s in junior year, but I clocked them because I know that I'm a pace chaser and we're just going to win out anyway. What? How much do you care about a power ankle weight? Because you do have power cards in the deck. You probably should grab one. No, we're bereft of energy, and we can confirm with our technology. An energy drink puts us to 5, so we're at 0. We have a medium versus race today. Versus a Shinko Windy hint that we could Vita 20 into. I don't mind trying to Vita 20 into the Shinko hint. So we could go crazy with it here, and we could do like Flora Stakes, NHK Mile Cup, Oaks, Yasuda Kinan, Takarazuka Kinan, and then we just go like Royal Kale Juice into Cupcake in summer break and hopefully find a second Cupcake. But honestly, I don't feel like going that hard when we could try and bring Shinko Windy up a little bit here, even though this is not like a great turn. It's probably optimal to do that, because it does maximize the races that we're getting. Hesitant Front is also really good for the upcoming CM. Mid +1 is also pretty good. Just take us to great. But this splits our race schedule up so that instead of doing 8 in a row, we're doing 3 and then 4. And I think I'm just a little more comfortable with that. From the perspective of not cratering my mood right before summer break and then having to eat cupcakes to get it back when I only have 1 cupcake. And especially because part of our summer break plan is kale juice. That said, I'm gonna do 4 in a row before summer break. And we're just gonna deal with that. That's a sliver of energy right there. Also, it's a huge shop reset. We want everything in there. Stam Manual, Stam Scroll, Good Luck Charm, Energy Drink. I really don't need a third Miracle Cure, so we can skip that. And then we're at 197 and 263 guts to run a 2400. I think we probably need to grab Standard Distance here, purely to survive this race. Otherwise, I think we are looking a little dicey. Yeah, we're triangle stamina for this. Give me 1 glow stick here. We'll do the second one on the Takarazuka. Even with a recovery and with standard distance, I think we're a little shaky here, maybe. Yeah. By half a length? Try it again. I think you have this. You do have this, okay. And that's the longest thing we're going to have to run. So we know that we can handle that. We dodged some repeated race for Classic here. We still have a chance to get it after the Takarazuka. Master Cleat Hammer, we don't need the Empowering Megaphone, and I don't want the Stamina Ankle Weight. We're going to Cleat Hammer this. We're going to Energy Drink this. And then we'll Energy Drink the Takarazuka Kinan as well. Good. There's our Taiki stars. Not that we need them, we have Taiki already. Another really nice shop reset. This is 10 energy. It actually lets us save our energy drink. So we can just go Master Cleat Hammer, Power Skull, Good Luck Charm. And then we go Takarazuka, Master Cleat Hammer, Glow Stick. Maximize our fans, try and get Top Road switched on. Very nice. Very, very nice. I think if we can make it through that, we're probably good for the rest of the career. We have like one more emergency clock. Nice Wit Scroll. Repeated races again. That's brutal. So every possible time that we could have hit after repeated races, we've hit it. That's not great. But it's part of the package of racing this aggressively. So we just have to accept it, I think. We'll come back for that Vita 40. We're not going to need it with the plan that we're on. Let's go Kale Juice Cupcake. We'll live being in good mood. Great would be better, but we don't really have any control over it. And then I also like the idea of energy management here, because it's also going to work on some friendships. Although wit is so high right now. Maybe we should take speed. Purely because this stat line is a little scary right now. Yeah, let's do that. Shinko Windy is also pretty far behind in the friendship department. Wit would allow 3 hard trainings. Yeah, but I've got fail tags and I have Vitas. Like, I'm concerned about my speed stat from the perspective of can I win races for the rest of the career. So even though these are suboptimal trainings, I think I kind of need to take them. And then we can just wit here to manage energy. Also, yeah, we did get 5 empowering megaphones going into the first summer break. We could have had 6. But I was prevented from buying it. They cut me off. And then we just take speed again, maybe? Yeah, I think there's a lot of problems with stat line here. Like, I'd love to take this wit training, because Top Road's friendship is really far behind, but my stats are so low that I'm starting to get worried about my ability to just, like, win races. So let's try and emphasize it a little bit. That was not a good summer break. But we had to do some of those things because they were necessary. Jump into a mile. It would have been a crazy summer break if we had both of our speed guards online and could have trained rainbow speeds. We'd be at like 600 speed, 600 power, 600 wit right now, and it would be amazing. But that's not the world we live in. This is mood up. Give me this Vita 40. Give me a sprint versus. Do I have a cleat hammer? You do have a cleat hammer. Grab that. This is a little scary. We're not really where we want to be on stats. Yeah. Yeah. These are low stats to be doing a sprint G1. There we go. It's possible. It's just going to cost us another clock. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen a single grilled carrot set. No, we saw one grilled carrot set, but that was it. So that's also, like, not really helping things. I think top road's going to give us firm conditions, so I'm just going to take the energy and stats. Wit manual, stand manual, powering megaphone, gut scroll. Also seeing Master Cleat Hammer, Vita 20 grilled carrots. We can't do it now, but we can do it after the Shuga show. And then I would love to just take a Vita 40 into a Wit training this turn. Work on Ryan's friendship a little bit. Keep a few stats going. I don't think we have Cleat Hammers. Yeah, no Cleat Hammers. But we have enough energy to do these 3. And we might end up doing 5, depending on what our early December training looks like. Spam scroll's okay. Would love to take 10 energy, 10 wit right now. I don't think we need the energy because we're about to bleed all of it off into races. So let's just take the speed. Give me these 3. Absolutely grilled carrot me right now. Still working on Top Road and Ryan. And then we go QE2 Cup. 5 grilled carrots into Charming. Man, you don't need to train at all. I wish I had half that. Top Road hates me. We'll re-roll this again. We're still losing races to stamina here, by the way, but that's only because we rushed. We still need to get our stamina up a little higher, though, to survive these 2200s and 2400s. Also, Fat Loud of Good Wit is doing us if we're still rushing. Yeah, Apple's got all of them. He's cornering the market. There's Firm Course Menace, which also unlocks firm conditions by default, so we've got that done. And then we go Mild Championship here. With our Cleat Hammer, because it's a G1. I know that Ina's Fujin shirt says IF, because, like, it's her initials, but every time I see that shirt, I think it says AF, and it makes me laugh every single time. Mood down to good, we can survive that. Exactly, Apple. It's Fujin AF every single time I see it, and it makes me laugh to myself every time. I have a very simple sense of humor. I don't think I need a second Guts ankle weight. Let's just sit on it. That's an okay speed training. I do want to work on Top Road, and we are over 200,000 fans right now, so we're getting 10% extra training effectiveness out of it. But, like, there's no way we hit after repeated races 4 times in 4 possibilities, right? And also, we can fix it, because we have a Miracle Cure on us. We have 2 Miracle Cures on us. So even if we do hit race fatigue, we can just Miracle Cure it away. So let's race anyway. Doesn't really matter if we get skin condition here, I just don't want to see after repeated races. Yep. Okay, so that's 4 after repeated races in 4 attempts. That's rough, man. It's tough out here. It's a good wit training too. But unfortunately, there's a sprint today that I can't get a debuff from. I didn't get race fatigue, did I? Or skin condition? I still have no skin condition. We're just losing stats. So we've lost 120 total stats to after repeated races this run. A lot of stats. It is 2 empowering megaphones. I don't need that, man. Minus 40 each? No, it's minus 30 every time. It's minus 10 to 3 random stats. And we've hit it 4 times. We hit it early December Junior, or we hit it late November Junior, early December Junior. We hit it late June Classic, and we hit it early December Classic. Every single time that it's been possible for us to hit it, we've hit it. Right, I already have 5. That's fine then. Let's chill. I think I just fail tag into that. Because I don't want to Vita 65 into it. We're just going to spend the energy anyway. I think we go like... Good Luck Charm on this power training. Energy Drink the American JCC. And then maybe like Vita 65 early February if we see a race. I think maybe that's our plan. Because I need to be working on Top Road's friendship. But just fail tag this. Hey, we might still hit 1100 speed this run, honestly. The Turf Sprint is a versus. The country name epithet is only +5 to 2 random stats, so I think I'd actually rather take the versus race here. Because this could at least be like a pace chaser hint, and in the event that it's not a hint, it's just going to give us +5 to 2 stats anyway. The only way this doesn't work out for us is if we get a sprint hint. With scroll. Yeah, pace heavy. I think that works out fine for us. Do not need studios. And then give me energy drink max, wit scroll. Don't need any of the rest of that stuff. And you could Vita 20 into a double rainbow wit, or you could Vita 65 into a double rainbow wit, or Vita 65 into friendship. I don't think I need the wit, man. I think we're gonna get hit 1100 wit. We're at 757 already. And I want to have all of my rainbow friendships online for summer break. I think I'm supposed to take this power training again. So 65 into this, and then we can just run 3 races in a row, and we can think about like a rest or energy recovery early April. But let's try and fix some of these friendships up. G2, G3 are same when it comes to skill point gain. Yeah, their only difference is fan count. They are the same for stats, and they are... Ooh. It's a 42 stat point wit training that is competing with a Kokura versus race. That's an interesting choice. That's a really interesting choice. So on the one hand, we can take a wit training that puts Top Road to gold. And then we don't have to worry about training for the next 8 turns because we know that she's dumb. Kokura's not left, it's Kokura right. But on the other hand, we have right-handed Kokura race, which is both versus, which is a skill hint, and then also the Kokura epithet, which is +5 to 2 stats. I think I'm supposed to race here. This is a good race. It's mile versus hints, and it's a track that we need to race at. We'll find a way to get Top Road up later. We do have 2 more potential training turns. We're looking at training early April and then late May. So maybe we can find Top Road there, or if we're really desperate, we can pick up like a grilled carrot set. That's a really close choice on training versus racing there, though. I think if that was a speed training or something, I might take the speed training. That might have been enough to push it over. And then single rainbow wit. Nothing here, so we'll just take the versus race. We have an opportunity to take an Uma Stakes race. That's probably pretty good. Yeah, we'll have to raid Apple's warehouse for all of his grilled carrots, just for Top Road. She's the only one that needs it at this point. Nice reset. Damn scroll wit manual. And then we go Takamatsu no Maya with a cleat hammer for a G1. This might be where we spend our last clock, because I still think we're pretty low on power to be winning sprints. 511 is not where I want to be to win a sprint race. Ah, never mind. She's just different. She's just better, I guess. Must be a track that works well with her unique. And then that's also mood to great. Okay. Holy crap. Okay. Insane shop reset too. Nishino Yuki is okay for the track. Okay. I knew it had to be something, because 500 power is not good for a sprint, even when you're in a career. Guts Manual me, Reset Whistle me, Vita 40, Artisan Cleat Hammer, Wit Scroll, Good Luck Charm. We're full on empowering megaphones. I guess give me a second power ankle weight now that we have 2 rainbow power supports online. You can take that, and then we're targeting a training this turn. I don't really want to train stamina, but that is top road to gold. And we'd have to good luck charm into it. I don't like it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Just because I want top road friendship for summer break. Okay, power training. But not good enough. Let's grab a mile versus race instead. Use your only berry cupcake to get to great from good on a double rainbow summer speed training with 60% mood effect. It depends on a lot, honestly. I feel like I would probably not, because I think good mood is fine. You're not losing out on a ton of stats for it relative to how valuable a berry cupcake can be to fix your mood in the event that something goes like catastrophically wrong in your run. Let's go ahead and fix skin condition. But it also depends on like how likely do you think you are to get to speed cap, what summer is it, what's your current stat line look like. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that is kind of contextually at play there as well. A 624 in senior, you probably want to cupcake that because you don't have a lot of turns left in that run and your speed is low. Yeah, I think you just got to make do with what you got. If you were at like 600 in classic and the run was going well, I think maybe you hold on to that cupcake because you could get more value out of it later. So that you could like, you know, drink a kale juice from good mood and then berry sweet your way back to great, but you're in crunch time on that run. I think you gotta be slamming that cupcake in training. Speaking of, I think I Vita 20 into this wit training just to preserve energy going into summer break. We only have 1 Vita 40 right now and 1 fail tag. Or did I buy a second one? You bought a second one, but still. I think we're just in energy management mode here. And then at least we can work on getting to 1100 wit for the sake of a wit spark. Okay. Yeah, I also really like the way that you're thinking about it, Grenster, of just converting it into the raw stat value. if I'm ever unsure of like, oh, should I use this item? Should I buy this item? If I can convert it into raw stat gain, I usually try to, because I think that helps you make the decision. If you're getting more than like 0.4 stats per shop coin you spend, I think you're in really good shape. Because a scroll and a manual is both 2 shop coins per stat. So if you can get close to that, I think you're generally getting value out of pretty much anything you spend a shop coin on. Also, that's mood to great going into summer break. I just need to see like a Vita 40 in the shop, maybe? Vita 20? I'll take it. That's close enough. Guts manual? I'll take it. That's close enough. Single rainbow speed. It's not very good. Where the heck are my speed ankle weights? Oh, you burned them all in Classic Summer. That's right. You had 3 of them and you spent them all in Classic Year. Yeah, now I remember. Who are my Gemini aces? Probably Tamamo and Special Week and a third, and Nishino. Special Week, Nishino, and Tamamo Cross. So Tamamo's going to be End, and Special Week and Nishino are going to be Base. I think is my current plan. I haven't actually sat down to do my planning yet. We're going to do that on Tuesday. That's going to be the Tuesday video. But I'm pretty sure that's where I'm going to wind up. Nice power training. So I think we get to 1100 speed this run. We definitely get to 1100 wit. I'm not sure currently if I get to 1100 power. Also, all of these trainings are hideous. Give me a race. Any miles? No miles. So let's take Sapporo because I know I'm done with the Kokura epithet already. Okay. Daiwa plus vodka plus whoever else you'll fit in front between Suzuka and Naru. Vodka? Are you just doing like the thematic Daiwa and vodka pairing? Because she's not immediately who I would think of to be using in a CM. Not saying you can't, I just don't think that she like does anything special. Also, do I want a power ankle weight again here? I maybe want a second one on me. Just because we do have the double possibility. Nice watching me cruise through track plays with Nishino. Will you suffer through running late surgers? Don't worry, we're starting Tamamo runs on Tuesday. You're gonna see me struggle through it as well. And closer meta comes for us all. The nice thing about only doing 1 run per day is it's impossible to run out of clocks. Because you only ever burn 5 a day. So I don't have to worry about all that. I can blow as many clocks as I want. Stemming the sloppy Joan, you have no idea what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to look kind of like, yeah, it's supposed to be light brownish. Let me go find a picture of Sloppy Joe that looks like the Sloppy Joe that I make. It's all on Burger Buns. Sloppy Joe in pot. Man, it really does not look that appetizing as a meal when you like look at it on Google image search. Also, all of these look so runny. This one's pretty close. Open image in new tab. It's supposed to look something like this. IMO. This is heavy IMO, but I would aim for a Sloppy Joe that looks something like that. That would be my target. How many careers does my friend run, or does he keep it secret? Like 2 on a good day, because Track Placer takes forever. Also, I've just been playing I mean my friend, sorry, my friend has been playing some other stuff lately, so there's just like less time in the day for Uma, but he's still nailing like 2 runs a day. He's still in there, he's with it. Master Cleat Hammer me. Taishin with Guts build performs rather well in test rooms. I think everybody's gonna be on Guts, probably. I mean, not like on Guts, but what else are you gonna run in a mile where the stam threshold's only like 600? You basically get there automatically. I think the most common decks are gonna be like, you know, 2 speed, 2 wit, 2 guts. Because what else are you really gonna put in that slot? Ooh, very sweet. Vita 20. We're so rich. Give me a power training application, because I think we're going to need to spend some of this down. This is also a training turn. I'd love to take... Are we in normal mood? We are in normal mood. Give me a Vita 20 into a very sweet cupcake into a wit training. Also, you have 3 good luck charms. You could do double Vita 20 here, because you're not going to need the energy management later. You already have your final 3 turns covered. You don't know what the wit threshold is for mile, but you like to push 3 wits. There's no wit threshold the same way there's like a stam threshold, because there's nothing that really like checks your wit that aggressively. So you can be in 2 camps. You can be in camp number 1, which is that if you want to go as fast as possible, you need 1200 wit, because it's controlling your random speed checks during mid-race, and it's controlling some of your other pace setting strategy. Or you can be in camp number 2, and you can say as long as it's over 600, it's good, because that's really where that logistic distribution starts to level off on things like skill activation, and also on things like mid-race velocity checks. There are some pretty heavy diminishing returns on how good wit is past 600 to 700 or so, where you do still get improvements, but each additional point of wit that you get is becoming less and less and less valuable. So, in practice, if I'm under 600 wit, I think something's gone wrong. And if I'm over 600 wit, I'm generally pretty happy. And if I have the space to push more wit, I will. But it's one of those things that's like, just grab some borrows or something like that. Some parents that have like a few wit sparks, some parents that have a few power sparks, shove it in there and just wait for a high roll. In my opinion, anyway. Also, why did you buy that fail tag? You don't need it. Well, maybe you do need a fail tag. You might think about fail tagging early December. Japan Cup me. Master Cleat Hammer me. Yeah, there is a slight preference to downhill, but... What was it? Was it the Sprint CM? That was like a 1200, but the entire thing was downhill? It's like, you still don't really... That's devastating. You still don't really need to worry about stamina recovery on a downhill unless it's also a long race. Because it's fairly easy to build stamina in Track Blazer up to around maybe like 600 or so. It's as soon as you have to go above 600 to 700 that you really need to start thinking about like where it's going to come from. Give me a good luck charm here, probably. That's true. Downhill mode also speeds you up, doesn't it? I forgot about that. Yeah, okay, so it's a little more important when there's a longer downhill. No. Give me one last versus race. It's a shame that we dropped the Japan Cup. But we'll be okay. And then I need to see, like, one good speed training. I need one double rainbow speed that also has fine motion and or Marvelous Sunday there. And I think we're in business. Let's see how we wind up. Also, Cleat Hammers in shop would be really nice. 1 cleat hammer, 2 cleat hammers, 2 cleat hammers. So we won't get the full 3, but that's alright. I guess technically we should get glow sticks. 703 shop coins at end of run. That's bad shop luck. That's just bad shop luck. No speed training, but a good power training. I don't think we're getting speed to 1100, lads. I guess it's technically possible, but we're gonna need some big trainings to show up, and also I just remembered we don't even have speed ankle weights. Also, Guts is not over 600. I don't really care about a 3-star Gut Spark, although if we got like 3-star Guts, 2-star Mild, 2-star Budding Blossom, I'd probably still use it. Hey, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, Empowering Megaphone, good luck charm. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but it is 56 speed that we didn't previously have. I'm not disrespecting Guts. I'm just saying that Guts is not like the first thing that I think of when I think of a good Blue Spark. Also, I can't fix it, because I would need people to show up at Guts training to fix it. If we get one more double rainbow speed, though, we're done. And I do have 1 whistle to do it. That's probably not enough. So we're still due like 26 speed, which means we're actually at 1048 right now. That would put us at 1065. It would put us at 1076. We need to reroll this. We need to reset Whistle into an even better speed training. We have not done it. Wit will get there, though. So yeah, this is just going to be a power training. No 1100 speed this run, but our early friendship was fairly disastrous, so it makes sense that we wouldn't quite get there. I think we had 3 cards that were gold for Classic Summer Break, and none of them were speed cards. As far as energy management goes, Vita 40 is an insurance plan, Ankle Weights is an insurance plan, Miracle Cure is an insurance plan. I think our item management this run was immaculate. 200 coins is a little much to wind up with, but I'm certainly not complaining about the way that item management has gone this run. And then let's see how we're looking here. We're gonna have like 2,500 skill points, 2,400 skill points. Storm Course Menace for sure. Never saw Spring Runner, never saw Left-Handed. Speed Star. Spurt, just in case we wind up using this for an end closer. Hesitant Front. I don't think there's going to be a ton of Pace Chasers. We might come back to that. Mile Straights, Mile Corners. Shifting Gears. Unyielding Spirit. Pace Straights. Pace Savvy. Pumped, Radiant Star, and then we have 504. So she could still technically be a medium parent or a sprint parent because she's medium A, sprint A. We have a lot of good medium parents already, though. So there's part of me that says we should buy a few sprint skills in the event that we get a pink spark for sprints. It would actually be interesting to think about using. Also, maybe straight descent, because, like, it's good on some tracks. And then can I buy any greens? I really don't like having 69 left over. Can I do something different from straight descent? I don't think hydrate is that important. I don't think stop right there is that important. I definitely don't think Masteral Gambit's that important. Maybe we just take Straightaway Adept as like a generic skill that's sometimes good. Alright, show me something good. Get me out of the parent run mines. SS is nice. It's not horrible. No, it's pretty bad. It's so many race white sparks. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 race sparks. 1-star power is horrible. I wish that Tachyon Spark event were coming up soon. Because if this was 3-star power, it would be so close. Sorry, it wouldn't be so close. It'd be amazing. Shukusho doesn't give Spring Runner. It might. Let me go look it up. Uma.guide. Apple, I'm putting you on the spot here because I keep forgetting to use Uma.guide. It takes me longer than 30 seconds to find a lookup for race sparks to what skills they give. We're gonna have to have a conversation. Sparks and inheritance. White sparks? Here, I can even put it up on the overlay. There's 3 types of white sparks, race sparks. I want to see what the race sparks are, though, is the thing. Race spark? I'm already on sparks and inheritance. That's this page. What if I just go to spark? Glossary spark? I want to see spark. I know that's what it is. All right, we're going to have to go to Google. Uma race sparks. Game Tora? Boom. Dark mode. Apple, Uma.guide needs this. They have an info button for it in-game? No. Oh, you're right, it's in-game. Never mind. Sorry, I'm so used to the game not being useful for anything at all when you ask it for context, but yeah, it straight up just tells you. No, Shukusho gives Kyoto Racecourse. Alright, do any of you give Spring Runner? Okusho is Hanshin, NHK is just Speed and Power, Victoria Miles Speed and Power, Takarazuka's Summer Runner, Sprinter Stakes is Standard Distance, Shukusho's Kyoto Racecourse. Okay, but do any of them give Spring Runner? Tenosho Autumn gives Fall Runner. Feb Stakes gives Winter Runner. Spring Tenno gives Spring Runner. That's never gonna happen on Nishino Flower. He's just not built for longs. That sucks, man. If this was 3-star power, that would be a decent to good parent. We're gonna have to send it again, though. I know that the sample size is so small, but every deck where we've ignored Groundwork and Umastan, and we've just tried to prioritize race bonus, has been a great parent run. And everyone where we've tried to include Groundwork or Umastan has been so bad. And I think that small sample size, I don't think it's representative of like an actual trend. But it's really bad. I do want to make one change here, though. I think I want to go to Marvelous Sunday Power for the sake of starting stats. And then I think I want to go to Haru Guts for the sake of a little bit of extra help for building speed and power. This should help us get to 1100 speed, 1100 power just a little more consistently. And yeah, it kind of dilutes our SSR skill pool, but we can kill Marvelous Sunday's event somewhat early. So I think I'm more or less okay with it. And then we get Nimble Nav from here. We get Speedstar from here. We get Firm Course Menace from here. I wish I had anybody other than Shinko Windy to run, because she's really not contributing, like, anything on the Sparks front. We could think about a Tosin Jordan for pace straights, but I don't think that's great. Yeah, we get pace savvy from Top Road as well. That's true. That is true. Kenai would be a little interesting to think about, but I think this is just the best we can do. So let's go try again. This could be Nimble Nev. Right-handed? I'd still probably take it. It's not good for Gemini, but it is good. Mood -1, speed +5, skill points +30. Versus power 5, skill points 15. I'd rather keep my mood, thank you. This early, I think I'd rather keep my mood. All of these are bad. I guess this is fine to build friendship. Okay, that's really good. We'll just take that. If I had one copy of Biko, would I use it for Productive Plan? No, I think I'd rather just try and get Productive Plan out of versus races. If Biko was 10% race bonus at 0, I would. I can live with the low friendship, but I really want to try and maximize the race bonus that we're getting out of the deck so that I can buy as many skills as possible. I don't want to lose energy. Just give me top option. It's a decent wit training. Also, I'll BRB 2 seconds. Be right back. Allergies, man. Brutal. We're good, though. It's an okay guts training. It's actually probably fine. Well, no, because top road needs friendship, too, and we can preserve energy here. Yeah. I think we need to be a little more aggressive about friendship growth than we were in the previous run. Otherwise, stuff is just, holy crap. It's just not online in summer break, and I think it's hurting our stat line overall. So let's see if we can get something put together. Mood 1, guts 5. Yeah, I'll just go to great mood. Why not? Great wit training. The friendships have been crazy. We're building so much friendship already this run. Let's preserve energy on wit. It'd be interesting to see Rico. I don't think we will. But it would be neat. One friend, two friend, no friend, one friend. Let's get Shinko Windy up a bit. And then Marvelous Sunday Hint. I think it's really hard to turn down Marvelous Sunday Hint for basically anything. Whatever. Scam, scam, scam. You've not gotten anything worth buying. Yeah, Power's looking great for junior year, because we've hit a number of really good, like, 4-friend and 5-friend Power trainings. But also we have Sunday in the deck now, which is really going to help. Hey, Savvy would give flat plus 40 speed. It would, but I want to try and... Wait, no, how would Pay Savvy give flat plus 40 speed? It's wit. Savvy's plus wit, it's not plus speed. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, the Savvies are all wit. They're still good, but yeah, it's wit and not speed. But also, because I think it can get cheaper. I don't care that much about Shinko Windy hints, man. Give me the guts. I wish we had an empowering megaphone in shop, because this would be a great guts training to blow a megaphone on. But alas, we have no such thing. And then we're passing up a number of okay trainings to just go and start running versus races. Give me a Hako date. If we win the energy gamble here, we can still train. Passing Nimble Nav hint? No, Shinko Windy. Shinko Windy was given the hint, not Fine Motion. We're passing up, like, wet conditions. Early Cupcake, kind of nice. Grab me that. It was Fine Motion on Stamina? I thought it was Shinko Windy on Speed. Maybe we're talking about different terms. I thought the one right before the race was Shinko Windy on Speed. And as much as I would like to take this Marvelous Sunday hint, I don't want to gamble on a 50%, so just give me the Ryan Wick training. Maybe we'll see Nibble Nav out of Teo and we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, don't need anything in there. So take me to a Junior Stakes. It was Stamina Fine Motion. I think we were talking about different trainings then, because I definitely had one that I didn't pick where it was Shinko Windy Speed. I may have thought about Stamina Fine Motion, but I can't remember exactly what training it was. Summer Runner is not what I'm looking for right now. I don't want Summer Runner. Oh, it's the gut. Yeah, the Guts versus Shinko hint I think makes a ton of sense, because that was a really big Guts training. Race versus Stamina Fine Motion. Okay, I'm racing every time, instead of taking a Fine Motion hint. I think the races are significantly more valuable. I wish you were the verses, but nevertheless, we can still get Pace Chaser hints from this. I'm rerolling it. Surely it doesn't bite us in the butt twice. There we go. If only your Biwa end parent wasn't 6 stamp. How did you get a Biwa Haihide end closer parent? What were you doing inheriting Biwa to A end closer? Firm conditions versus plus energy. Probably fine taking energy here. We can get firm conditions off of Top Road. Or just off of random races. Good Luck Charm, Gut Scroll, Master Cleat Hammer. We'll come back for the Empowering Megaphone. I really wish we had, like, any Vita 20 at all. I'm gonna keep checking my inventory, because, like, maybe I forgot. 60% fail on a wit. I don't think I can justify that. I think we have to rest. At least we've got a plus 70 out of it. That means maybe we can train early November. And then Shop Reset says, Wit Manual, Guts Manual, Grilled Carrot, Vita 20, Speed, Ankle Weight, Glow Stick, Motivating Megaphone. Holy cow. Okay. Let's start racing for that. That's a ton of stuff we want to buy. I'll just end hints. Okay, I got you. Tokyo hint is not useful. Speed scroll is useful. I don't need this event to finish, so let's just end it. Makes more space for other stuff. Yeah, Sloppy Joe's good, man. Sloppy Joe is like one of my comfort meals. And I'm like, I just want to cook something that's like easy and relatively filling and turns into leftovers well. Uses up vegetables in the fridge. It's a good one. You can season it a bunch of different ways. You can get like some barbecue in there to give it a little bit of a smokier taste. You can put some mustard in there to give it more of like a tang. You can make it a little on the sweet side with like some brown sugar. All kinds of stuff you can do with Sloppy Joe. Sure, we'll take practice perfect. And then we go speed ankle weight, Vita 20, guts manual. We'll come back for that grilled carrot later. Later, we'll have a good one. Ooh. We'll be taking that training. That's a marvelous Sunday hint on top of a good power training. I think junior year, this is about the training that it takes to outperform an early race, especially because this is going to split up a potential 6 race stretch where we don't have a skin cream or a miracle cure to fix the problem. So let's just split those races in half. And then we don't have to worry about race fatigue or losing stats out of this. We still have plenty of time to buy the rest of the stuff that we want. Do I even have enough stamina to do a medium right now? We're at 199. Yeah, I've got enough. Especially because it's firm. Good. Hello, Itsuko. Thanks for the scrolls. Up-tempo is sadly not something we'll be using. This energy is sadly not something we'll be using. Power scroll, gut scroll, grilled carrot. We can pick up the glow stick after the Hanshin JF. We might even pick up the megaphone after the Hanshin JF. We could think about using that at the start of Classic Year. Although I'm not sure where the energy comes from right now. We probably have to rest first turn Classic. But then we can go train, race, train, and we would have megaphones up for 2 of those 3 turns. That's possible. So I'm going to be using Tamamo a lot. I think I'll use some hitbooks on Tail Held High. I probably should be using hitbooks. And Tamamo is, like, probably our primary end closer right now. I do like her more than Gold Chip. In the event that I think running 2 end closers is good, we can run Tamamo Gold Chip, but I think if I had to pick one, it's probably Tamamo right now. We can come back for that gut scroll. And then we go Master Cleat Hammer here. Good stuff. That is a perfect junior year. We've got 2 friends to goal already. We didn't drop a race. We did have to use 1 clock, maybe 2 clocks. I don't remember, but we're looking great so far. Yeah, and the run is super hammer heavy, which is nice. More hammers is more skills is white sparks. I would rather be hammer heavy than ankle weight heavy, honestly. When it's a parent run. Maybe even if it's an ace run, now that I think about it. Artisan Cleat Hammer, grilled carrot, 2 grilled carrot. We may want to think about racing late January. So there's 36, 49... 104 worth of shop coins in here that I want to buy, but I guess the power ankle weight is maybe skippable. I think we'll be fine. I think we can skip the open late January. I think we'll be good enough. And then that's... wow, it's a good guts training. Wow, 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 wow. So we have 2 options here. I can either good luck charm that guts training and rest next turn, or I can rest this turn and motivating megaphone for 2 turns. I think that guts training is good enough that I need to just take it when it's in front of me. So let's go grilled carrot, good luck charm. This is friendship progress for everybody that matters right now. This is everybody who's not gold is at this training. So I think we just take it because it does everything we need. We rest late January. And then we maybe target a training late February. Oh, never mind. Shinko Windy wasn't there. She's still blue. It would be nice to take that power training, but plus 50's fine. It does mean we need to win the energy gamble out of here, otherwise we're stuck on wit only. And that's true, we have the second grilled carrot, so we can actually fix them with that power training. I almost wonder if I don't need that second grilled carrot. Let's see what the training is late February. Because if the late February training hits both of those friendships, I don't think I need to buy a carrot for just Shinko Windy. I think we can live with it, and we can save that 50 coins and spend it on like a power ankle weight instead. We might just be done with carrots early. Extra hammer. There's productive plan. Guts 20 versus Stam 20. Give me the Stam just so I know that I can survive the Oaks. Also, there's Charming. A little late for Charming to show up. Let's look at the training. It's Shinko Windy on Wit. So I think I do buy the carrots in that case. And the carrots are going to fix Top Road. And they're going to fix Haru. So let's go Artisan Cleat Hammer, Speed Manual, Grilled Carrot. Power Ankle Weight will target after the early March race. But I think this turn works out really well for us, especially off the back of lucking into Charming. So Wit me. That's more Shinko Windy growth. We need to hit a Shinko Windy hint before summer break and everybody's online then. It's a nice power training, but I'd rather race. Give me the mile. We're looking at late April for probably the only training we do before summer break. So we need Shinko Windy to manifest at that point. Otherwise, we just go into summer break with 5 cards of gold instead of 6, and that's fine. We'll live. Let's scroll Guts Ankle Weight, Power Ankle Weight. We do have Haru in the deck now, so we want to be thinking about Guts Ankle Weights as something that can realistically happen. We'll take a mile versus race that's right-handed over a sprint that's left-handed. I would rather just get the mile hint than gamble on left-handed. And then we'll go into the Oaks. Or into the Okasho. Non-standard distance hint. Fail tag Vita 20 is nice. We're gonna buy everything that's in there. Shrewd Step is nice. No gold inspiration, but that's fine. We can still hit tons of white sparks. Unyielding Spirit, Medium, Prudent Positioning, Homestretch Haste. None of those are super useful, but Medium is going to make it easier to win medium races at least. Good Luck Charm, Power Manual, Vita 20. Power Ankle Weight will probably come back and buy. Berry Sweet Cupcake Vita 20 will also come back and buy. It's a decent reset. Yeah, Medium S is going to be quite useful. Give me Okasho. We still haven't really seen any skills that we need to buy. But we should just be able to power through it. Okay. That's me, not you. That's my G-chat. Let me just mute tab quick. There we go. Empowering Megaphone, Vita 20, Berry Sweet Cupcake. We're going to skip the power ankle weight. There's too much to buy right now. Empowering Megaphone, Vita 20. We're going to come back for the Berry Sweet Cupcake. No Shinko Windion Wit. Very sad. Because it means I'm going to have to jump for that power training, and I don't think I'm willing to. I don't want to burn my one good luck charm. I want that to be my summer break energy management. So I think we take a rest this turn. Wit 10 versus energy 10? I'll take the energy. And then a nice speed training, but there's a G1. So we have to take the G1. Yeah, picking up the empowering megaphones early is really nice. It frees our budget up so that we can spend on other stuff later on. Boom. Now we're into Japanese oaks. Nice time to win a gamble too. Would love to take plus 20 energy out of this. We might not even go into summer break at 0 energy at this rate. Really nice guts training, but not better than the Japanese oaks. We'll glow stick that race. You forgetting anything in the shop? Yes, you're forgetting your Berry Sweet Cupcake. Go grab that. And you're good on stamina here, right? 235? Is the Japanese oaks at Tokyo? Yeah. Okay, let's buy Tokyo then. Because that's also a relevant green for the CM. It just helps to cover our stamina off a little bit in case of emergencies. And also we can't fail the wit check on it. There we go. Great shop reset. We're going to buy that fail tag. We're going to buy that empowering megaphone. I could take unyielding spirit to 5. But honestly, it's already a pretty cheap skill. It's only base cost 120, so one hint is only worth 12 skill points. If you were asking me to pick between 6 gut, 6 wit, and 12 skill points, I'd probably just take the stats. Honestly, I don't think it's worth that much in terms of raw skill points, and we might still see more unyielding spirit out of versus races too. That's only 35 to 40? I thought each hint level was 10%. I could be wrong. If it's only 35 to 40, it's much worse than I thought, and I already thought it was pretty bad. So that just reinforces that decision. I think given the amount of cupcakes we have, we also just run 4 in a row here, and we hope that we see hand cream in the summer break shop reset. If we don't, we can take one rest to fix it, and that's fine. But I think we might as well just knock these out. 3 levels is 34, levels is 35, 5 is 40. I thought it was just flat. I never looked at it that closely, honestly. Yeah, I don't think that has much value at all, then. Excuse me? Late start into blocked? Go again. There. Yeah, random late start into blocked late race, I guess. The fast learner being flat 10, I knew. I didn't know that the hint discount switches up at 4 levels. That's odd. I thought it was just a flat 10% down to 50. But like I said, I've never actually looked at it that closely. Concede and skill tap? That's true. Where is... Unyielding? Yeah, it is. You're right. So 3 to 4 only takes it to 35. And then max is 40. Today I learned. Also, no Cleat Hammer. Our Cleat Hammer mines have run dry. We didn't get any in a shop reset, and I just forgot, did I? No. Yeah, in that case, going from hit level 4 to 5 would have been worth 6 skill points. That's extremely bad. We go one more time on this. There we go. So what is my energy solution here? Naturally. we're not gonna dodge that even one time today, apparently. We can go power ankle weight to 2, and that's really all that I need here. So, how much do I care about fixing skin condition? I mean, none of these trainings are great. This guts training is okay. I might just try and outlast skin condition to get to like late September and see if I can get a hand cream or a miracle cure. I know resting fixes mood and skin, but I don't want to take a turn off in summer break to do it, and I have enough cupcakes that I might just be able to outlast it. Like, I want to start burning through these empowering megaphones and good luck charms and everything else. So let's do one cupcake to go to great. And just cross our fingers that we don't hit skin condition for summer break, and then try and fix it later on in the career. I want to take advantage of our opportunity to build stats here, and even if we drop to good, I still don't think it's that bad. And if we drop to normal, I can fix it with a berry sweet. Like, this is a beautiful wit training opportunity. I'm even going to drink 2 Vita 20s into it, because then I can train safely next turn, no matter what it is. I think this has worked out wonderfully for us. Speed is a little low. Yeah, and Shinko is on wit. Like, I think that summer break went beautifully. And if we had taken a turn off, I wouldn't have gotten as much out of it. So now we need to find a solution to skin condition, but it's less important for us to find a solution to skin condition now that we've escaped summer break. It's actually a really impressive guts training. But I still don't think it's better than a race. Because our race could now fix our mood off of Etsuko. And it's also going to rebuild our shop coins and give us a couple refreshes, maybe. I don't think you can see a miracle cure in shop refreshes. I don't remember ever seeing one. But I know you can get cupcakes, and cupcakes would also be useful right now. There's a chance race also removes negative attributes? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not positive, but I can't remember a time when I saw it happen. I could just be forgetting a moment when it did, though. The negative condition removals are extra training. If you take the -5 energy option, taking a training with Etsuko has a chance to fix it. And then Infirmary, Recreation at the Shrine, Rest, and hitting +70. I think are the 5 ways that you can get rid of it. Plus, like, track laser items. But training with Etsuko was the one that I didn't know until recently. But it turns out she'd be helping like that. Also, we already have skin condition, so I might as well just race on 0. There's no downside. And then we might... Well, it depends on the training. Actually, that heavily pulls me towards kale juicing early October. I would love to see hand cream. Seeing hand cream in the shop reset would be so good. Alas. Well... Do I want to try and ride it out to late December now? Let's look at the training and see what the training is like today. It's pretty good. I need to be working on my speed. Isn't every item in the shop in order to cost? Yes. But if it was a miracle cure, it might be a little further down. So we can do a few things here. We could fail tag it, which would mean we'd run 3 races on 0 energy. We can't get skin condition, but it can still give us mood downs, which is, you know, a little rough. We could kale juice, which would let us take this turn for free, but then it would burn all of our kale juice energy off anyway, and it would cost us mood anyway. Or we could, like, Vita 20 into a 40% fail rate. I don't think that's very good. I think our best bet here is probably just to take a good luck charm and then run 5. Because we can't get skin condition again, and we have a berry sweet cupcake on us. You like using Vita 20 into a race to avoid the mood down? We could do that. I'd rather use an energy drink for that if we could. Because the more that I've played Trackblazer, the more I've liked using Vita 20 into Wit when you're on 0 energy, and just rolling a 1 and 4 to fail that training. It hits more I know how this sounds, because it's literally just stats, but it feels like it hits more often than it should. I think the true fail rate of a 25% fail Wit rate training is closer to, like, 10. But I've liked that play when we can make it. So I think I would rather save the Vita 20s for that and just try and, like, shop reroll into something useful here. Wit 5, skill points 20 versus energy 15. Or we can just take energy from events, and now if we win the gamble after the QE2 Cup, we get 2 races for free. I'll come back for that empowering megaphone. So now we can go like this. And this one's guilt-free. But we would really like to win the energy gamble and also see Etsuko. Because Etsuko also just puts us to great. We could also, like, slow metabolism after this or something. Right, we could also just get neither. But a cleat hammer is fine. That's fine. We're working on a fix for that. Single rainbow, single rainbow, single rainbow. Not good enough. Give me mile championship. I cannot believe our speed is only 450 right now, by the way. It's really low. We'll find opportunities to fix it, I guess. Thank you, Etsuko. Lovely to see you here. And then just dodge race fatigue? Ah, never mind. Whatever. No good trainings. Also, no versus race. So should this be a recreation or an infirmary? Skincare on New Year? I don't think... Well, I mean, maybe. But I think we take this turn to try and fix it. So, recreation, the only bad option we have is karaoke. Actually, that's not true. Riverwalk would also be pretty bad because we're about to blow energy on the Arima. For recreation, we basically have to hit Shrine, and then also we have to hit succeeding at the cure. Whereas Infirmary does have a chance to fail. I actually think Rest is probably safest, because if we hit plus 70 energy off of Rest, it fixes skin condition, and it gives us energy to train on the first turn of senior year if we don't like the race. The only way that Rest is bad is if we hit plus 30. I think I like Rest the most here, and we're really crossing our fingers for plus 70. Too bad. Now we're looking for that Skin Cream late December. Ah, never mind. We'll just go to Great Energy. I'll take another 10 energy. And then we go Hanshin Cup. So even if we lose this energy gamble, we can still train first turn senior year if we want to. And we would really like to see Miracle Cure or Skin Cream. It's a max EX. Don't need that. Here's our Glittering Star hint. Speed 20 versus Energy 10, Wit 10. I feel like I kind of need the speed right now, because we're only at 466. So let's grab that. Miracle Cure, I'll take it. Also, these are not sorted by cost, because Miracle Cure is at the top, even though it's 40. But the rest of the items are. No, they're not. Coaching Megaphone is also lower. It's got to go by category. I feel like it's going by category instead of by cost. Either way, that's our Miracle Cure. So we can now rid ourselves of Skin Outbreak. So get rid of that. We can go into a pretty decent speed training off the back of 1 Vita 20. Although we could race this turn too. Is it a mile versus? It is a mile versus. Got the Skin Outbreak for how long? Got it late June. Had it for 12 turns. I think we hit 3 skin conditions. So, like, it's not bad. We survived. Yeah, this is supposed to be a versus race. I think it's okay to carry skin condition for a while, especially if you plan on doing a few races. Because you have a chance to hit Etsuko, and also racing at Awful Mood isn't, like, a massive detriment. You lose some stats, but you can still just, like, outstat a race to have more stats, even if you're losing 4%. Cleat Hammer is nice, Speed Ankle Weight is nice. Give me both of these. We're looking at American JCC here for country name. But we're also looking at an okay speed training. I think I'm supposed to take the American JCC here. That just takes care of our country epithet, and it's a versus race, so we have a chance to get Pace Chaser hints out of it. Speedway's Power Scroll is nice. Give me both of these. Single rainbow, single rainbow, single rainbow. I do kind of like this Guts training. Because Top Road's here for 10% training effectiveness. And I don't want to do 4 in a row. You have 1 Guts Ankle Weight so far? I would, well... Yeah, why not? We end runs so often with extra ankle weights on us that even though this is only a level 1 facility, and even though there's only 2 friends here, I feel like we're doing okay on race coins, and I'm comfortable spending. We're getting 15 stats out of 50 race coins, which is slightly below optimal, but it's better than nothing. And then I guess if none of these are versus... 1 Uma Stakes. There's a real chance that we could get 3 Uma Stakes races here. It would be 1, 2, 3. And then this is going to be Takamatsu no Maya. This is Vic Mile. Yasuda Keenan. Takarazuka. So we'd need both of these to be the versus race of choice, otherwise we should probably do Kokura Daishoten instead. I'm willing to gamble on it, though. None of these are left-handed except for the long. How much would I pay in shop coins to guarantee one of my deck's card events to appear after my training turn? Do I get to pick the card? Or is it random event, random card? Oh, hello, Anshinzawa. I don't need charming from you. I also don't need recoveries from you. Actually, maybe I do need recoveries from you. Because that just turns into more white sparks. Oh, random card main card event? Maybe like 100. Because I could buy it late after all of my SRs have finished their chain to ensure that I can get an SSR chain to finish. I think that's like 100 to 150 territory. I also think, given that I have a Berry Sweet Cupcake right now, and I can deal with energy minus 20, I'm fine to just try and grab 2 recoveries. Because these can turn into white sparks, and that's good. Whereas just taking energy, whatever, like I don't really need it right now. It's worth a shot, but we can recover from that, so it's fine. Giving up an okay guts training to take a versus race. Grab this good luck charm as well. Because this is now like, we want this to fix mood. We want to see Etsuko show up one time to help offset our failed acupuncture event. No Etsuko this time, but we have one more shot at it. Another fail tag, another guts anklet, another wits roll. Power 20 versus wit 10, skill points 15. Give me the power to try and push to 1100. And then give me all of this. Give me the Takamatsu no Maya. Bleed hammer it. Our unique is good on this track, allegedly. So it shouldn't be a problem to win. It's not a problem to win. There's Etsuko. Okay, we're in business. So now we're looking at like Vita 20 into Wit training early April. Gold inspiration means that some 3-star somewhere is triggered. It's Mile. We also got TS Climax out of that. It's a mountain of stats, but no useful white sparks to trigger. And then Power Manual, Wit Manual, Vita 20, Artisan Cleat Hammer. We're at 5 speed ankle weights apparently. I don't know when that happened, but sure. And then we'll grab a reset whistle. Targeting a training this turn. It's good enough to Vita 20 into. That works out fine. Still on the hunt for Nimble Navigator as well. No, I think I'd... it's not a versus. And there's a Mile versus instead. Yeah, we take the Mile versus over that epithet. I rarely think that Uma Stakes epithet is worth chasing. There are so few Uma Stakes races, and it feels like they're never the versus race. Yeah, that's mood all the way to great. So that's all of Anshinzawa's damage undone. Using nothing but a Vita 20 and some patience. I have no power ankle weights right now. Let's grab 2. And only worth 10 stats total. Yeah, well... you know. It's also contributing to facility level up, though. We're pushing our wit facility higher. Oh, you're talking about the Uma Stakes epithet. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's really not worth it. A little bit of energy. Guts rolling. This is a whole lot of nothing. So what is my energy management strategy for summer break? I have 2 good luck charms, a Vita 40 and a Vita 20. Our energy management strategy probably needs to be wit. at this rate. What I would like to do is good luck charm into this guts training, because Ryan and Top Road are here, and it just contributes to building stats. I really don't want to take a rest, because I think a rest is really wasteful this turn, especially if we only hit plus 30. And I think a 60 plus 2 failsafes is fine. I think 60 and 1 failsafe is a little borderline, but I do have one more shop reset coming up, and I think that we can cross our fingers and hope for that to contribute. Yeah, plus we get the 20 energy out of late June. So I think we'll be all right. We could also get extra fail tags out of these races, and we could also see them in the shop refresh. So I think there's a number of ways that we can gamble our way into a good outcome here. I do wish that I had an energy drink for this turn specifically, but at least we won't be running the Takarazuka on 0 energy, so we only need to dodge race fatigue one time here. Have we done it? We have done it. Okay. So there's that out of the way. Here's energy. It's a rainy day with Kita-san. I don't need motivating megaphones. I don't need speed ankle weights. Those trainings are very whatever. You have no more cleat hammers left. We'll just run the Takarazuka. Good. This drains all of our energy off unless we win the gamble. No energy recovery, but we still have one more shop reset. Shop reset says... Reset whistle's nice. Shop reset says no energy management anywhere. Okay. In that case, we are looking for a wit training this turn specifically. We are fail taking that guts training, is what's actually happening. Because that's a really nice guts training. The Ryan hint doesn't have any value for us here, but this is just good stat gain. Rainy days is very whatever. This is nothing. We'll reset whistle it. It's a guts training again. It's not a good guts training, though. I'm going to be greedy and reset whistle this again, rather than drink a Vita 40 and a Vita 20 into an energy depleting training. I really want to see wit here. I'm going to take that wit anyway. Even over a single rainbow speed. So we also need to see a wit training next turn. Not great. I guess we go empowering megaphone speed ankle weight. And we gamble on a 10% fail, and then we hope we see a wit training late August that I can Vita 20 into. That's also really bad. That's really... Oh, that's so bad. Okay, so we need to Vita 20 Berry Sweet Cupcake Power Ankle like this. If only we'd succeeded that training. That's too bad. We needed, like, one good Rainbow Wit training somewhere in there in Summer Break, and I think it was a much smoother Summer Break overall, but we're still, like, okay. We're not in great shape, but I think we're in okay shape. Power for sure hits 1100 this run. I don't think speed does. We just haven't seen speed trainings. But a speed spark in general, I don't think has that much value for us. Grab that empowering megaphone. Grab one replacement power ankle weight, because you are at like 230 stats. Prepared to pass us so many hints by now? Is it at max yet? It's at 4. We have gotten it a lot. I did see it. I just didn't like process it until now. I do like your idea of buying at hint 3, because subsequent hints after that really don't have a ton of value. So I'm going to go through and do that now. I don't really think I need to worry about it for greens, though. So anything in here that's 3, I want to buy. Because if we get future hints on top of that, they're not as valuable. Even Watchful Eye I'll grab, why not? Just try and restrict our hint pool of stuff that we can get, so that they have a little more value for us. Would really, again, like to see energy recovery at the shop reset. Okay, we reroll. We still have 2 more clocks. 1 more after this. There we go. Next turn we're targeting a rest, unless we see energy management. And she's got more than enough stamina. I actually don't need a rich hand cream. Very sweet cupcake. Probably also don't need. So many speed ankle weights, man. Give me the speed training. This is a weird shop. This would be such a good classic year shop, but it's an awful senior year shop right before the end of the run. I don't need the speed ankle weights. I don't need glow stick. Skin Outbreak insurance. The only place we can get Skin Outbreak is late November, and I have never seen Skin Outbreak trigger in the final 3 training turns. So if we were going to get Skin Outbreak insurance, it's basically for these 2 turns, and like, that's it. I think I'm willing to say that I don't even need that. If we decide we do, this shop is here for 6 turns, so we can come back and buy it later. Yeah, it'll stay in the shop. It's not going anywhere. I wish I had a fail tag for you. I wish I had a fail tag for you. But we simply don't have the energy to do anything about that. It also is 100% to fail. So we absolutely can't take that. There's just no universe where that works out. And also, plus 30 off of rest is also not great. I don't know how we're going to train early December unless we get a fail tag and a shop reset. I also don't know how we're going to train in the finals unless we get a fail tag off of a shop reset. Or a kale juice. But if we see a kale juice, then we know that we can go and buy the Berry Sweet Cupcake. Guts Manual and Speed Ankle Weight number 10. We can fix Skin Condition, so just give me the 20 power now, and I'll race at 0. Wicked Blunder was 81% pressing for training, but not fail tagging. Yeah, but if you succeeded anyway, it wasn't a blunder, it was a success. A blunder would be if you failed it. You know, you are at 168, just buy it. What else could you possibly see in a shop reset that's going to cost you that many coins? Okay. Hello, it's okay. Thank you for the cleat hammer. No raise fatigue. Good. So we have prudent positioning and we're at great mood. I guess I'll take the mood. Sure. Whatever. Master Cleat Hammer me. Japan cut me with a Master Cleat Hammer now that you have it. I think we are in dangerous territory for the finals right now because I don't know where our energy comes from. I really need to be seeing some shop resets here. Like, good ones. Hey, that'll do. That's one fail tag. We're in business. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Buy all 3 of these. We may need to force a rest. I'm gonna force a race. Because I actually want the reset. So yeah, this could thieve stats from us, but at the same time, it could also give us a fail tag or a kale juice, which fixes our entire life right now. And I think even if we lose 10 power from after repeated races, we can still get to 1100. We also might not even hit after repeated... Yeah, it's just race fatigue. We're fine. We can Berry Sweet Cupcake that away. We didn't get the shop reset that we were looking for, but I think that's kind of beside the point. And then it might as well Cupcake now, because nothing can take my mood. Also not a versus race, which kind of sucks, but there's also no training today. I saw no rainbows. So I guess technically what we could have done this turn was rested, but I think I'd still rather aim for the shop refresh. I think it was a sound strategy, even if it hasn't worked out in this case. Guts manual, wit manual. No cleat hammers. Holy crap. That's a horrible final shop. That's maybe the worst final shop I think we've ever seen. Okay, now what? You have one fail tag. I think this has to be a rest. Because I don't think any of these trainings are worth fail tagging. None of them look great. Plus 30 is also, like, pretty bad. Yeesh, dude. So we need to gamble on a training here. Rest in early December looked better. It did, in hindsight. But if we had hit one Kale Juice or one more fail tag, I think that these final 3 turns would look a lot different. So I think it's a case of hindsight being 20/20. I really want to take this Guts training. But it's 23 to fail? Because then I can just good luck charm the last training. You have any whistles? You have none whistles. I think you have to take the good training in front of you in that case. Cross your fingers, we're going in. Okay, huge. Now we can take the last training, whatever it is. This also makes sure that we hit 1100 power. We can do it off of just the races and the finals now. He clutched up. How long does the motivating megaphone sit in my bag? The whole run. The entire run. It was a different world when we bought that motivating megaphone, though. And then we just take a wit training? That's fairly underwhelming. I mean, I think the motivating megaphone decision was, like, it didn't cost us anything. I don't think we bought that motivating megaphone over other stuff. The one that's really chafing me is these 4 speed ankle weights. We never had the opportunity to spend them. It's not even like, oh, we bought too many. I think we trained speed like twice. This whole run, we trained speed twice. We were never presented with an opportunity where they even approached being good. So I think sometimes you just have to chalk it up to bad luck. We had some things that didn't go quite right for us this run. But we hit 1100 power, which means that if the game rolls power, we have a decent shot of getting at least 2-star. And if the game doesn't roll power, then we're crying. We did get everything over 600 too, though. This is actually kind of a scary stat line. Let's go Radiant Star. Pay Savvy. Hydrate, sure. Straight Descent, sure. Shoot Step, sure. Pay Straight, sure. Speed Eater, sure. Shifting Gears, Mile Straights. Hazard in Front. Productive Plan. Not Fast-Paced. Homestretch Haste. Straight Adept. We never saw Firm Course Menace, which means we never got Firm Conditions, but we'll get Summer Runner in the event it's good for a CM, Non-Standard in the event that it's good for a CM. And then we're probably on to buying good medium skills in the event that we get medium sparks, which would look like all I've got, Fighting Spirit, and then probably Up Tempo. And then you're at 78. You could get like Rainy Days. I don't think we can get Double Circle of anything. Yeah, I'll just grab like Rainy Days. Yeah, very cheap Rainy Days. The stats are okay. I'd really like to be hitting speed more consistently, but at least we're making it to SS. Oh my god. I need, please, just like any blue sparks. The white sparks are also not amazing. Prepared to Pass Unyielding Spirit, I guess, is okay, but the 1-star blue sparks are killing me today. Just devastatingly bad. So I think we've got time for one. I need to wrap up stream a little early today. So we're going to be ending at 5 p.m., which is 40 minutes from now, instead of 6 p.m., which is an hour and 40 minutes from now. I've got some other stuff that I need to get done for work before I head in Tuesday. But we've got time for one more run. So we'll see if we can't string something together here. We just need to hit on blue sparks, and that's it. That's all it's going to take. Also, that might be a high score that puts us above retention threshold. 792 is going to be a little close. I think retention line is going to be pretty close to 790 this week, but we have a little bit of breathing room there at least. Go ahead and set up our donation just so we can finish all of our dailies for the day. Take all them carrots. Take all them daily rewards. And then let's go spin up one more. Keep bouncing between 5 and 6. It's not fun. I'm glad that we've escaped, but at least you're getting the class 6 carrots like half the time. It'd be better if you could get them all the time, but still not that bad to get them half. I see no need to change this deck either. I think this deck is fine. I wish that anybody but Haru was here, but we just don't have better Guts cards, I don't think. Actually, is that true? Did you look at Symboli? You did, you didn't like it. You wish that you had more uncaps on Vega, although you probably wouldn't use her anyway. Yeah, we didn't even see... I mean, we didn't see a lot last run. We didn't get Firm Course Menace. We didn't get Nimble Nav. I think Ryan is fine for guaranteed Nimble Nav. I think that's okay. She's also just helping to make sure that our power stays above 1100. I don't think there's anything better to use here. Like, straight sprinting gear? No, thank you. No, I didn't mean to click you. Flustered and hesitant. Well, hesitant and groundwork is a little interesting. Go with the flow, I don't care. Straightaway acceleration, I don't care. Yeah, this is supposed to just be Haru. Do I have gold crystals? That's a good question. What is my gold crystal situation like right now? We're at 17 gold, 9 rainbow. So we're getting close to our next gold crystal. But I think by the time we have it put together, we're probably going to be outside of Admire Guts Vega territory anyway. So I'm probably just going to sit on it. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to hoard gold crystals, especially because we're pulling in something like a month. When is the timeline? Uma.moe timeline. Show me light hello. That is forecast to be July 28th right now. So, wait, no. Wrong banner. Turn off characters, turn on support cards, turn off everything else. Where's the first time we're seeing that? July... It's this one. It's July 24th to August 11th. So we're about 2 months out from the Light Hello banner, which is the next time we're pulling. It's actually 2 months is kind of a long ways away. I don't know. We'll see. I'll finish the gold crystal first, and then we'll figure out if we want to spend it. I have no idea what SR cards are coming up. So I think I'm probably just going to sit on it. That's not a bad time to grab a Marvelous Sunday hint. Tail held high is good. We're happy with that. One friend on wit, 2 friends everywhere else, but I think I'd rather preserve energy. We spent a lot of it the first 2 turns. Four friends on speed, I'd be crazy not to. Guts 20 versus Stam 20. Let's make sure we can survive the Oaks. No charming this time, but that's okay. Life goes on. Preserve energy on wit. 2 friends is fine. Make sure we get extra fine motion friendship. 2 friends, 2 friends, 1 friend, no friends. Shinko Wendy is consistently a problem for us on the friendship front, so I'm grabbing her now. And then Ryan hint, but everything else is 25 to fail. I'd love to take that speed training, but I think I just need to take a rest here. One, 2. Save the energy. I do not need to finish this event chain, so you can just leave. We're not in the business of getting fast and furious. 2 friends on speed, 2 friends on stam, but these are 2 low friends who I know are problematic. I'm fine with that. Free mood, second free mood, so this takes us to great at least. We're well positioned to tank the energy debuff from top road there as well. And then I guess we go speed training into rest for debut. We definitely go speed training into rest. Grab me plus 30 skill points. And then we just take a rest. We get all of our energy back before the debut. And... oh, but that's a good wit, though. How much do I really want to train the turn after the debut? Because if we see like a Vita 40, I could just drink the Vita 40 anyway. And this is a lot of friendship progress on a training that I know I want to be hitting. I think I'm fine taking wit here and just hoping that we get a good shop reset. It gives us a little bit of energy management out of it. And if it doesn't, then I can just rest the turn after as well. Seeing Haru there also helps. Okay. Off we go. Show me a shop reset. Grinster, what are you tracking exactly? Oh, the number of events that I've seen from... yeah, okay. I got you. Motivating Megaphone, Vita 20. So what are our trainings like this turn? 2 friends on wit. 2 on guts, including a Marvelous Sunday hint. I do like a Marvelous Sunday hint, but if I drink a Vita 20 into that, there's no way we're getting 2 turns of use out of a motivating megaphone. So I think we go Vita 20 speed manual stem manual glow stick, and we just skip the motivating megaphone. And then we Vita 20 into a Marvelous Sunday training. It's going to be like 5% to fail, but for the sake of Sunday hints, I think we tank it. Yeah, just more tail held high. That's fine. And then let's go ahead and load up race schedule. Giving up a Ryan hint. A decent wit training, but I think a rival race is more valuable than any of that. Okay. Wendy's done. Sunday is also done. She's just been excused. She's been dismissed from class. And then I cannot... Well, 56 on a wit training. Would it be insanely aggressive to try and wit training this turn? Because it really does not work out well for us if we go Niigata stakes, blow our energy, cook her on 0, and then get race fatigue. But at the same time, if we rest here and only get plus 30, our energy is going to be gone anyway. I don't care that much about Ryan's friendship, and I don't care that much about Haru's friendship. I'd rather prioritize speed cards right now. And if we hit plus 70, we can train late September, so yeah, maybe we do rest as a safer option. Okay, so now we can train late September. That works out fine. Although if I had hit plus 30, I think I would have had a different appraisal of the quality of that turn's choice. That's fine. Winning energy gamble goes a long way next turn. Towards letting us train anything we want. Power 20 versus wit 10, skill points 15. I think our power is actually kind of okay right now. Give me the skill points. We've hit a couple pretty good trainings. And then power, empowering megaphone. Yeah, I mean we're swimming in power. So I think we can avoid taking power from that choice for the sake of building more skill points for hints at the end of the run. Or for skills at the end of the run. Just really try and maximize the number of white sparks that we can be getting. Because on every single one of these parent runs so far today, the white sparks have been phenomenal. We've had like at least 6, and they've been fairly high quality as well. So I'd really like to keep that momentum up. Also, winning gamble, there's huge. We can take any training we want late September. Yeah, I mean the quantity of them. The quality has been a little dubious, but just having access to that many I think is valuable. Let's take energy just to really make sure I can train safely this turn. 1, 0, 2, 1, 1. Top road hint does give us prepared to pass firm conditions, which we're a little interested in. And I also think she's level 3 hints too. Level 2 hints. I think I can justify a speed training here. Yeah, I think that's fine. Preferred position is not exactly what we were looking for. Did a silver hammer for a summer training? Oh no. Could not possibly be me. I've never made that mistake before. This is a great shop reset, by the way. We want grilled carrot stamina manual out of this as well. I've also definitely never megaphoned a race before, if you were wondering. Shop reset. Ooh, really nice shop reset. Okay. We might be looking at a 6-race junior year here to buy all of this stuff. Because I want the Guts ankle weight and the speed scroll. And the stand manual and the grilled carrot and maybe the power ankle weight. Let's see how we go. If we get another big shop reset after the Artemis stakes, I think we might want to think about doing a 6-race stretch. I'm gonna reroll it. Because I need the race coins right now. Fine motion, we are at 2, yeah. We got the plus 10 energy out of her already. Speed scroll, energy drink, max. I want to buy both of those. I think I'm supposed to race 6 turns here. It's a little worrying that I don't have a cure for skin condition or a berry sweet cupcake right now. But we do have a plain cupcake. I guess technically you should look at your training this turn. Yeah, it's not good. So take the mile versus. Skin condition cures come in New Year's often. Yeah, but not when you need them to, is the problem. You only get skin condition cures in New Year's shops when you don't have skin condition. When you do have skin condition, the game is like, nah, you can't have this. Alright. Okay, alright, fine, sure. We're committed to doing 6 races now. Because there's not really a downside to it. So the game's kind of made our decision for us there. Always buy at least one. If I had the option to buy one, I would have already. But alas, I've not seen one. No, Etsuko's a little rough. Yep. Okay. Front straights? Nah. I don't be needing that. Yep, you can't lose any mood. Insanely early speed start, considering we're only at 295 wit. You do not get speed start that early, that often. So let's go Hanshin JF. We are at risk of repeated races here, but I think we're just going to have to deal with it. Would have been a nice time to see Etsuko, but alas. Another good hint. Okay, no after repeated races. That's actually really good. So now, what we need is a berry sweet cupcake and a miracle cure or a skin cream. And then we're basically pulled right back into this. We're also going to reroll. There we go. There will be skin cream or miracle cure, but no berry cupcake. Get ready. I'm just saying, get ready. We will not be contacting our local news reporter. She doesn't care about us at all. I would love to have plus 20 energy right now, because I'm trying to target a training. Shop says, hand cream! He was right. How many guts ankle weights? You got one. Should probably grab a power ankle weight too, and a master cleat hammer and a Vita 20. Okay, so we go rich hand cream. That takes care of skin outbreak. You probably want to recreate this turn then, just to really patch your mood up, because none of these trainings are that great. So we're looking for... We're looking for two things. We're either looking for Great Shrine Visit or we're looking for karaoke into Crane Game. good shrine visit, not in the crane game. Honestly, I'll still take it. Would I rather have 30? Oh, this fixes mood and energy. Never mind. Yeah, I'll be agreeing with Saiyan Sky for sure. I don't know what she said, but she's right about that. And then we get to go into a great stamina training. I wish I could take this speed training, because it puts Sunday and Fine Motion to gold. But this is everybody who hates me right now. So I do think I probably cupcake it, even though I don't care that much about stamina as a stat. This would also not be a horrible time to use a motivating megaphone, because we could maybe train late February. So I think we go cupcake, motivating megaphone. Stamina training. Race. Yeah, motivating's 55, but we got it on discount, so it's only 49. That's mood to great. Let's take a left-handed mile that gives us max fans. We're not going to get 55 stats out of it. I think we're going to get like 20 if we're lucky. But honestly, if you're getting 20 stats out of something that costs 55, that's an okay trade. It's not great. You'd be better off spending coins on scrolls, but you can't guarantee that nothing but scrolls show up in the shop in the first place. So I think sometimes you just have to settle. Speed 10 versus mood 1, guts 5. I don't need the mood for once, so I'll just take speed. 2, 1, 1. It's gonna be a guts training. The question is how I'm going to get there. Oh, you have a fail tag. So you fail tag this turn, you go to 0. You get 20 energy back early March. Kale Juice is an option, but I'm about to blow all of my energy on 3 races. I want to save the Kale Juice for summer break. I think I go Good Luck Charm. We get the guaranteed energy out of early March. That lets us race early March and maybe late March if we're lucky, and then we can energy drinks the Okasho. And that gets us to late April on 0, and then we probably rest late April, or we Vita 20 into a wit. I think this is probably the best use of resources for us. And then we're getting another 8 stats out of this. So we're getting 18 stats out of the megaphone, and we paid 55. It's not a great exchange rate, but it's 18 stats that we wouldn't have had otherwise, and we weren't doing anything else with this 111 coins anyway. So if there comes a point later in the run where we cannot buy something that we wanted, we'll remember that megaphone. But otherwise, we're just converting coins into stats that we would not have done otherwise. Okay. Now, we'd really like to win the energy gamble here if we could. It's fine. You can't take any of my energy, though, so that's pretty unfortunate for you. And we get Firm Course Menace. I think we race on 0, and then I'll energy drink the Okasho anyway. There is statistically a correct order to do this in, and I don't know if this is the correct order to do it in, but it's the order that I'm going to do it in. Love when she takes nothing. It does make you feel like you robbed a bank and got away with it. Especially because it takes 15. Like, it's not nothing. She tries to take a lot of your energy. Holy crap, second Kale Juice. She tries to take a lot from you. And when she can't take it at all, it's great. So we hit Fail Juice, but no... Or we hit Race Fatigue, but no Skin Condition, which is nice. We hit Medium S. We hit Standard Distance. So Medium S is just going to smooth our races over. Give me Stam Manual, Kale Juice, Guts Manual, Speed Weight, Glow Stick, Speed Manual, Speed Manual. Yeah, double KO juice gives us a ton of flexibility for how we spend our turns. And then this is Okusho Day, so we're giving up on like a bunch of whatever. Give me energy drink here. I'd really like to see a cupcake after the shop reset so I can actually use some of these KO juices. Otherwise, we don't have an easy way to fix mood. But then if we hit Etsuko off of this race, I think we snap drink a KO juice late April. Uh-oh. It shouldn't be a stats problem. Stats should be fine for this. There we go. Still late start, maybe. Fail tag is nice. Now just dodge race fatigue? Dodge race fatigue, okay. There's Nimble Nev. Ryan is done. Power, Wit, Good Luck Charm. Into pretty bad Wit training. Pretty bad speed training. Friendship is disastrous right now. I don't think this is a good enough training to KL juice on, knowing that we're about to spend up to 50 and maybe more. So I think we probably skip that. And we just take a wit training, and if it fails, it fails. If it succeeds, that's fine too. This means that we can make it through both of these races without going to 0 energy. And then if I see any kind of like cupcake situation or anything else that fixes a mood, I think we just run the straight 4. Okay. Also, wouldn't mind hitting Etsuko here at some point. Ah, never mind. There goes all my energy. But there's a cupcake and a Vita 20. So that really frees us up to drink a kale juice into summer break. Here's Haru number 2. Give me both of these. Thank you for the cupcake delivery, by the way, Granster. I appreciate the work that you do here. I'll go ahead and glow stick this. And then we'll glow stick the Takarazuka as well, and that will put Top Road online for summer break. Okay. Hello, Etsuko. Thank you for the fail tag. Give me that. And then I think we just do the straight 4 because we're already at 0. So, with Cupcake Backup and with Royal Kale Juice, I'm not worried about mood and energy basically at all going into summer break. If we need to take one turn off to fix skin condition through a rest, we can. That's fine. It's not ideal, but I can deal with it. And I would rather get the 2 extra G1, well, the 1 extra G1 out of this. We'd really only be skipping the Yasuda. I guess technically I should have looked at trainings for the Yasuda, but we'll just stick with this plan anyway. Also, what's up, Ali? Give me Whip Manual Good Luck Charm. That's 1 instance of race fatigue. But what we are really worried about dodging is repeated races, which we can potentially get here. This is also a 2200 in the rain. Etsuko thinks we're fine on stamina, so I'm just going to send it without buying a recovery. But I think if we rush, we might have problems. Never mind, we're chilling. Also, if we see Etsuko after this, we are loving life. Ah, never mind. Powering Megaphone. Do not show me after repeated races. I can so handle that. Whip Manual, Vita 20, Artisan Cleat Hammer, Empowering Megaphone. Would rain affect guts more than stamina? No, because it makes the track soft. And the firmness of the track controls how much stamina you spend on the race. You can mitigate it with rainy days if you buy the skill, because that decreases your stamina consumption in late race, but it still means that rain is going to make it more taxing to run. I'd really like to take this guts training. I have 3 good luck charms to do it. So I think we go a little something like this. And I would like to kale juice, or not kale juice, I'd like to Vita 20 my way into a wit training at some point to deal with energy here. This speed training is fine. Power training's okay. We still haven't seen a wit training that's worth taking. But I think we can go like this. And then we really need to see a wit here. The other thing we could do is I could just kale juice into the stamina training for the sake of friendship. And then we could try and fix mood with Etsuko here and here, and we probably still have enough energy left over for early October. Stamina is good for the rest of the run, but this puts Shinko Windy to gold, and it builds Haru. So I think we might take it for the sake of friendship, and then just deal with the fact that our mood is not going to be looking very good. Yeah, I'm just going to try and gamble on Etsuko on either of these 2 races to patch mood up. That, and there's a shop reset here, we might see a cupcake. I think that's a safe-ish gamble. This is a mood fix, isn't it? No, it's just energy. That's fine, though. I think that worked out okay. It's not ideal, but it's alright. All support card events are done? Wow, you're right. Yeah, we're done with all of our support cards already. So we can spend the rest of the run getting jump scared. The door's open for, like, Seeking the Pearl Uma Stand, Auction, Groundwork, Falcon Groundwork. There's all kinds of opportunities. Also, that's a cupcake. So if we don't get Etsuko, at least we've got the cupcake in our hand now. Buy all of that. Race me again. Sprinter Stakes. Cleat Hammer. How's our power looking? We trained a bunch of it in summer break. It should be good. 571? Yeah, that's pretty good. I think the rest of this run should be smooth sailing from here on out. We did a good job of building stats in summer break. And then we do get to take a training early October here. Power Manual Vita 20. Grilled Carrot I think is still worth it because we don't have... Ooh, Scholar's Hat. We can come back for it. We don't have to buy it right now. I do think we still even buy grilled carrots. We can go a little greedy here. So that gets Marvelous Sunday to gold. Holy cow. Hello there. Is there a megaphone in the shop? There's a coaching megaphone. Son of a... Yeah, next 2 races are going into the Harry Potter style. I do think I blow a speed ankle weight on this, though. It's a level 2 facility. I think we go Vita 20, plain cupcake, speed ankle weight. Just to make sure, A, we don't fail it. B, we max mood for it. And C, we extract maximum stats from it. Like, this is an ideal training turn. You think there'd be more empowerings? I don't know about an empowering megaphone on that. But maybe. You could be right. You might be right about that. I'm just happy to see, like, any good training on speed after the last run. So this run is going into Scholar's Hat. Next run is going into Scholar's Hat, and then we have a little bit of budget freedom. And also remember, this is with us buying that motivating megaphone still. Yeah, our speed in Classic is almost as good as it was last run. So Scholar's Hat next turn. We don't have a Cleat Hammer. Hello, Etsuko. There's Mood to Great. Speed Scroll. We'll come back for you. Scholar's Hat is more important right now. This is huge. Give me that. And then we go Scholar's Hat. We come back for Speed Scroll next turn. I don't believe in superstitions. Give me the hat now. Now, if we lose the Mile Championship, we know that you're not supposed to use the Scholar's Hat until the final 3 turns. It's just that easy. There's no Scholar's Hat curse. Nice time to win the energy gamble, too. Nice shop reset, too. And check skills for senior year skills. We probably should look at skills. Let me get through the shop, and then we'll go and check. Buy the Cleat Hammer. Because you might want to... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. You're not going to Cleat Hammer for a while. Also, none of these trainings are very good. We might race this turn. Alright, so what do skills look like? Standard distance 3. Firm Course Menace, nothing. Stam Despair max. Why not? Prepared to Pass could still get cheaper. Front corners we don't need. Tactical Tweak isn't good. Yeah, there's nothing at level 3 that we really need to buy right now except for Stam Despair. We'll just make sure that we don't lose any races to stamina somehow, even though we're at 457. You never know how much you might rush. And then even though I don't have skin condition recovery on me right now, or Cupcake, our trainings this turn are so bad, and we spent so many coins on that Scholar's Hat, that I'm still going to do a 5 in a row here. We just don't really have anything else to do this turn that doesn't take a lot of investment. And then we'll just dodge after repeated races. It's a good shop reset, too. Ah, never mind. Maybe we won't. It's whatever. Oh, well. Wit Scroll, Power, Stam, Artisan, Cleat Hammer. At least we got a good shop reset out of it. I'm not that worried about it. What stats did I lose there anyway? Power, Guts, Wit. I'm actually so okay with that. If I had to pick 3 to lose, I'd probably lose like Stam, Guts, Wit, but I'll compromise on Power, Guts, Wit. As long as you're not touching my speed, I'm okay. Also, there's Etsuko. We could still lose that mood to hitting skin condition, or the rough skin on like senior year. But we'll see. What's up, Azure? How's it going? Yeah, okay. That's fair. We can still recover from that, though. No cure-all. So we're gonna be digging for a little bit. But we could rest this turn and hope to hit plus 70. Because we can't race. That would be 6 in a row, and I don't necessarily want to do that. We could Infirmary as well. Infirmary just feels so bad if it fails. Like, really bad. And I think our mood is high enough that I don't feel like I need to recreate. Because if we hit Karaoke, Karaoke's also really bad. Given that I have a Royal Kale Juice and a Cupcake on me, I think that Infirmary is probably my best odds of fixing it, so let's just go ahead and try to Infirmary it away. Okay, huge. That is honestly Wow, I didn't even know you could get migraine. It's okay. Yeesh. That is also a bit of a problem to fix right now, honestly. I do want to take that double rainbow power, but American JCC for country name is probably better. It's actually the first time I've gotten migraine in Track Blazer. I got Slacker once, and that's the first time I've ever seen migraine. Yeah, it's just mood prevention, but I still want to get rid of it because it means that I can't mood up a kale juice, which is a problem for the way that I wanted to spend my energy for the rest of this run. So we need to find a way to get rid of it. I don't immediately know how, but we need to find a way to get rid of it. This, and this. Got it recently right at the end of a run and couldn't use your cupcake for finals. That's diabolical. Give you migraine on the last turn of the game. That's just bad beats. Okay. Yeah, I think we can wait for shop reset. If I see a good training that Etsuko's at, it might also pull me towards Etsuko to try and fix it. We'll see. I'm still gonna buy that cupcake. The other thing that's a little scary about migraine is it makes race fatigue really scary. Because if you do hit race fatigue, you can't just Etsuko it away later. I don't need the stamina training is the problem. Like, I'd love... If this was a speed training, I would take it immediately. Obviously, because it's double rainbow. If this was a wit training, I would take it immediately. Because we have a chance for Etsuko to fix migraine off of it. But I really don't want to take a stamina training. And I also don't really want to infirmary again. Do I have reset whistles? I have none reset whistles. I should not race this turn. But I think I'm gonna race this turn. I really don't like pressing infirmary. My thinking is this, right? I'll walk you through my thinking. We have a shop reset in 3 turns. We have a shop reset after late March. If we hit race fatigue off of this race, it's pretty bad because we're going to go to normal mood and we can't fix it with Etsuko after a race. If we hit race fatigue and skin condition, it's actually not that much worse because if we see a miracle cure in the shop reset, we can fix both at the same time. Miracle cure fixes everything. So if we get Miracle Cure late March, we can buy it. We can get rid of migraine and skin condition at the same time. And if we see a good Etsuko training early March, we wouldn't want to run 4 in a row anyway. So we could just take a good Etsuko training. Hear you out. I'm listening. We only had 1 stat down this run. We skipped it on Classic pre-summer. We did. We are on a good run. We are gambling. You're telling me to race. You're telling me to do like a mile versus and just not hit race fatigue? Yeah, I'm with you. I think we take the 3. We take early March off because otherwise the Takamatsu would be 5, and we're obviously not going to do that. And then we just hit a good Etsuko training early March. I like the way you're thinking. I agree with that. We'll just not get race fatigue. Really nice shop reset, too. Maybe we'll hit race fatigue. Whatever. But still, for that shop reset, I think that's worth it. And then here... It's not a good Etsuko training. This is our Etsuko training. don't want to rest this turn, but I also don't want to blow a good luck charm on a training when we're only at normal mood. If we're trying to high roll, we would rest. Because we hit plus 70 off of rest and we fix skin condition. Recreation here is off limits. Because if we wreck, even if we hit shrine, we don't actually get the mood up. Which is not good. So all that recreation would do is either hit shrine, which has a low chance to fix migraine, or it would do absolutely nothing and restore a little bit of energy. So rec is off the table. Infirmary has a chance to get rid of migraine, but then we're dumping the energy immediately into the race late March. Do we hate resting here for long term? I kind of do, because we have so much energy management. Like, if we wanted to rest, we have 3 Vita 20s of Royal Kale Juice, a good luck charm, and we have like 3 more shop resets. We're not using Kale for energy. We are if we clear migraine, is the thing. Like, the reason I haven't gone Kale Juice double Cupcake is because I can't Cupcake. Because we can't increase our mood. As soon as we can increase our mood, I'm in Kale Juice territory. Like, I'm in those fields every day, just drinking it up. But we need to get rid of migraine first. So the question is whether we take the higher percentage on infirmary or the lower percentage on rest, and I really want to get migraine cleared as soon as possible, so I think it's infirmary territory again. Okay, huge. We have a lot of flexibility now for what we do with the rest of the run. Because now I can Kale Juice. My limiter has been released. Also, we have so many Cleat Hammers. I think if we hit 50 energy off of that training, it would have been pretty bad. Or off of the rest. We needed to hit 70. Kind of run as 2 infirmary visits. Look, I'm not happy about it either, but like miracle cures don't exist apparently. They just decided to stop making them. They used the wrong chiral form of taurine or whatever, and it led to birth defects, so they recalled all of them. And now nobody can cure skin condition ever again. It's the fricked up world we live in. Left-handed, by the way. 5 hints for left-handed, by the way. See? No miracle cure. Where is it? Can't buy him anymore. Yeah, we're also medium S twice. It's not really the one that I was looking for, but... She loves medium tracks, man. She's all about it. God, no miracle cure means that I really can't do this for race stretch either, so we should train this turn. It's not a good speed training. Our plan for summer break is Kale Juice Cupcake. So because that's our plan for summer break, I think we go good luck charm here, and then we energy drink through the rest of the races this year. I don't want to risk it, because I don't have a means of fixing it right now, is the biggest issue. If I had a miracle cure, I would just run this 4-race stretch and try to maximize our spring break trainings, or our spring races, to get our hands on Spring Runner. But I can't guarantee that. And so because I can't guarantee that, I'm not going to do it. Excuse you? Do it again. There we go. Also, I should just go buy left-handed, because it straight up does not get more expensive. Or does not get cheaper. Speed 25 versus energy 20. That's interesting. But I think I take energy here so I can survive these races without energy drinking. Because now I can do Victoria Mile with no chance of race fatigue. And then let's also hop in here. Buy both, well, buy 1 rank of left-handed. Don't get too crazy with it. Anything else super cheap in here? Speedstar's still getting cheaper. Front corners we don't need. Base straight's looking kinda cheap, but I think we're probably okay. We'll just see if we... Well... I really wish that I knew if buying the first circle removes it from the drop table for versus races. Because if it did, I would pick up pace straights here. But if it doesn't remove it from the drop table and you can still get more pace hints anyway, I don't think it's nearly as good. It doesn't? Okay, then I'm not doing it. We're not doing all that then. We'll go Vic Mile, Cleat Hammer. We would have grabbed the speed. I think that we can hit 1100 speed. We also would really like to see Etsuko here. I want to see my favorite reporter. We still have 2 more opportunities for it, but if we see her, it saves us a cupcake. Like, I don't think that Etsuko would be a big fan of this phrasing. Ramp up is sick, by the way. I don't think Etsuko would be a big fan of this phrasing, but she's basically worth like 30 race coins right now. Like, she's... I don't think you're supposed to call women this, but like, she's kind of a cupcake right now. You know what I'm saying? You with me? Or no? I would like to take this power training to fix Haru. And I guess I would good luck charm it. Yeah, do not try that line on the real women in your life. Do not refer to your favorite reporter as being a $30 cupcake. You will wind up in like a worse place in your life, I think. Let's energy drink the Yasuda to stay away from race fatigue, and then we get energy back late June. So we don't run the Takarazuka on 0. And then we see Etsuko after the Takarazuka Kinan because we didn't let our inner thoughts win, and she is still willing to report on us. And then we go to good mood, and then we kale juice to normal mood, and then we double cupcake to great mood. And then we're in really good shape. A $30 cupcake because you put me in a better mood. So I think, like, with that specific phrasing, that possibly works on somebody as long as they play Umamusume. I think if they don't play Umamusume, you should probably keep that one in the book. Oh, there we go. Okay, huge. Exactly what we needed to see. Now we just need to nail rainbow trainings, and then we're all set. Vita 20, speed weight, speed scroll. I don't think I'm going to need the hand cream. God is my witness, I'm not going to need the hand cream. Yeah, also, thank you, Kirio, for summoning her. Turns out that line does work. And then we need to make speed while the sun shines. So I think we go Royal Kale Juice, Plain Cupcake, Empowering Megaphone, Speed Ankle Weight. Yes, it's only one person on speed, but we need to push to 1100. One friend, two friend, no friend, one friend. Where's my whistle, man? I need a whistle. We take wit here because it just preserves energy. Oh my god, please. Please, any friends? Any speed cards anywhere interested in, like, maybe going to speed and helping train speed? At all? Ah, there we go. Yep. Okay, sure. Am I hyped for any upcoming runners? I don't really get to pull on runners a lot, since the account is free to play. Like, most of our resources end up having to go into support cards. And also, I don't really, like, look ahead at the schedule either. So, I don't even know who's coming. I guess I like end closers, so whenever Mr. CB comes out, that's probably going to be, like, I wouldn't mind having her, but We very, very rarely pull on trainee banners. It's mostly just stuff that comes from, like, legend races. Good one would be the upcoming dirt runners. It would be nice to have a few more dirt runners, because then I wouldn't have to run Haru. But then it's like, you know, where does it fit into the pull plan? Because I don't think I can afford to pull on trainees and still hit tack count twice. We're only at like 40,000 carats right now, I think, or something. I did see, like, it might have been Ugrins, or it might have been somebody else, but somebody in the comments was like, you don't need to save up 200 trainee support tickets, you can save up like 60, and your odds of hitting the featured runner are still pretty good. That's probably true. But also I just like spending the tickets, is the other thing. But maybe we should try and be a little more disciplined with those. Because it would be... We gotta do this bottom up. It would be a decent way to maybe start putting together some runners to use. Double rainbow speed training. I have to take that. That only puts you to 40. Let's go like this. You've pulled the 2-star tickets you can get with friend points. You've been getting McQueen dupes. That's rough. Getting duplicates of a trainee you already have feels very not good. As much as I would like to take that power training, I gotta take the autumn Tenno. Conflicted how many pulls you're doing on Light Hello and Speed Tack Count and how many on Summer Maru. I mean, my calculus is easy because I don't like building frontrunners, so I don't even have to look at Summer Maruzensky as a card. I can ignore the entire existence of that banner because I really do not like putting fronts together, and also this account has almost no good frontrunner trainees in the first place, so I'm just going to pretend that she doesn't exist. You do not need that royal kill juice. Let's be reasonable for 1 second. You're so fine on energy right now. You're going to get like one more fail tag from a race, and then you're going to be set to go for the rest of your life. Nice guts training. But alas, you're not a G1. This is the run, man. I can feel it. This is the run where we get good sparks. Everything's going to be above 600. Speed and power are looking very likely to hit 1100. This is the one. Medium corners we don't need. Energy, stamp, power, firm conditions, hint 0. Firm conditions is probably more valuable right now than 5 energy. Because I think if we fail the gamble on the Japan Cup, it's like we never had that energy in the first place. And I think I'd rather have a hint than 10 stats, 5 of which is in a stat that I don't care about. If I can get 2 Tackans and Light Hellos quickly, then Capano Ricky is one of the best dirt runners. I mean, if I'm still at 30k, I wouldn't mind. I also think that because we already have Fine Motion, and because we already have Mr. CB, there are a lot of banner reruns later in the year that we can skip. So if there's a good trainee that comes out in, like, September, maybe, that would be something that we could target pulling. But I haven't looked ahead on the schedule. I don't know what else is out there. Max EX, Kale Juice, Hand Cream. We are in normal mood right now. None of these trainings are good. So we don't train this turn. There is a versus race. And if we hit skin condition, we can fix it. but it would destroy our mood for the finals. I think the safest play this turn, and it really sucks, because we've spent 3 turns this run doing absolutely nothing. I think the safest play this turn is Recreation, to get mood to great before the finals. And Karaoke is more or less exactly what we want. If I want to have some insight, one is particularly good. You can tell me. I can't promise that I'm going to pull on it, but you can share your thoughts on like whether there's good autumn runners coming up. Show me cleat hammers in this final shot, by the way. That's our 3rd empowering megaphone, which is also quite good. I think we can skip the Vita 20. Our energy management is more or less where it needs to be. Especially if our first finals training is a whip training. 3 cleat hammers. 2 cleat hammers? I'll settle for 2 cleat hammers. Guts. 20's fine. Powering megaphone's good. We might as well buy it, because we have the leftover shop coins, but I don't think we need it, is the thing. Rerun on Fine Motion and Super Creek Stam end of year? Yeah, but we already have Fine Motion to max. So I don't think we want to do that. Because any extra copies of Fine Motion are pretty wasted for us. Like, it'd be nice to have Super Creek, but I don't think it's that important. So we need to see 1 big speed training and 1 big power training, and then both are to 1100. We're in okay shape here. Same boat, but you have Creek. I would honestly just skip the banner. Because that banner's late enough that if you need a good wit card, you're probably looking at Ramonu instead of Fine Motion. Like, I only think you get value out of that Super Creek Fine Motion banner if you don't have either. And if you have either of them, I think you probably just skip it. We might have to take this speed training even though it's bad. I have a reset whistle. Never mind. This is a perfect reset whistle turn. And then we reset whistle into Rainbow Top Rope. That's great. So I think we go like this, and then we fail tag the last turn. Our item management has been stellar this run, by the way. Not to toot my own horn. We need to see 1 good power training. Or possibly a really good guts training, and that's going to be speed and power to 1100. If you've got no uncapped Fine Motion and no Super Creek at all, I think that's a great banner for you. Okay. Show me a good power training or a good guts training. That's actually probably good enough. Speed is definitely going over 1100. I think this training is good enough to get power over 1100 too. In fact, I think power would go over 1100 even if we didn't hit it, but the guts is going to go over anyway. So I think we just take the power training. I think this is totally fine. The version of this parent deck that uses race bonus instead of fishing for groundwork off of auction is just so much more comfy to run. I do think it's correct long term. Because we've been more or less nailing our stat thresholds on like over 50% of these runs. I think that's where we want to be. Which is, you know, technically something that I knew already, but sometimes you have to relearn things a few times before they really stick in there. This is such a good stat distribution for a parent run, though. Like, just barely over speed and power, just barely over guts. It looks great. And we have 2,700 skill points with Fast Learner. Right? This was the Fast Learner run? Yeah. I think this looks stellar. So head on, tail held high, pace savvy, shrewd step, Pace corners, pace straights. Skip opening gambit for now. Let's focus on the high value stuff. Speed star, nimble nav, ramp up, firm course menace. Standard distance isn't bad to have around. And then you have 1,000 still, so now we can start buying some crazy stuff. We could be looking at, like, opening gambit. We could be looking at medium straights, medium corners, because technically we could get medium pink sparks here. We could be looking at all I've got, because we could be looking at mediums. We could look at fighting spirit with all my soul. And then we're still at 258. We could look at, like, straight descent as a situational white spark. We could look at sprinting gear as maybe like a sprint spark. I don't think we need the recoveries. I think sprinting gear is probably fine here. I'd rather have it over cloudy days, rainy days. I'd rather have it over double circle left-handed. Unruffled's bad. Preferred position isn't great. Rosy outlook is kind of whatever. We can't get frontrunner sparks, so we're better off just skipping all of that. I think that's fine. You chase max power or getting stamina to 600. For the current CM, I would rather get stamina to 600 because it's got a stamina threshold. The stat thresholds for Tokyo 1600 are stamina guts. So you really want to hit that square. Ooh. What are you? You're weird. You're a usable parent, but I don't know what I'm going to use you for. So there's a couple things that you do. You fix sprint aptitudes for a hypothetical runner that I don't have. That's like sprint B, mile A, medium A. You are great for pace chasers because you've got pace corners, pace savvy, but you've got all kinds of like weird mile sparks in here. You've got medium sparks in here. I don't even hate 2-star guts that much, honestly. I'd rather have it be like power, but this is a funky parent, man. Do I have anybody who's sprint B? Like, where would I even be using you? You have an idea? In general, or for a runner that I have? Because most of my front runners are like, or most of my sprint runners are sprint A. Oh, Air Groove? Is Air Groove sprint B? Oh. I thought she was sprint A. She's sprint C. Okay. I just want to see something really quick. We're not doing another career. I'm out of time. But hypothetically, if we used this Nishino parent, that puts her at sprint B, mile A. And she's okay as a pace chaser. So she benefits from pace savvy. That's really interesting. I think we built a Nishino flower that is like basically only good as an Air Groove parent. But it is an interesting idea. What about the rest of you? Sprint F. You're bad at sprints, you're bad at sprints, you're bad at sprints, you're probably bad at sprints. Yeah, you're Sprint F. You're Sprint A natively, so we don't need to worry about you. You're bad at sprints. You're bad at sprints. We already covered you. You're bad at sprints. This is also maybe like a Mayano parent. If we wanted to make a mile Mayano, it's kind of a Mayano parent. Because it puts sprint to C, and that's really all you need to win sprint races, because you barely ever hit max speed anyway. And it also helps to fix Mile. If I plug you in, how does that look? Sprint C, Mile B. Okay, so we've also built a Mayano parent. Is there anything else in here that's good? Ryan can't sprint. Pretty sure Tachyon can't. Yeah, sprint G. You can't sprint. We already know about you. You can't sprint. You're the trainee. I don't think you can sprint. You can't sprint. You're sprint A, Mile B. Actually, does that Nishino have medium sparks too? Or is it... I think it's purely sprint Mile. Yeah, it's sprint Mile. Otherwise, it would be kind of interesting to use as a one-stop shop to fix all of King Halo's attributes. It at least pushes to Mile A. There are some really, really niche uses for that Nishino parent. That's interesting. At least we've gotten something out of it. It's not the CM parent that we were looking for, but like it has uses. Yeah, it's a King Top Groove Gun parent, and that's about it. Man, when's the next Sprint CM? Because if the next Sprint CM is still during Trackblazer, we could pull that Nishino out for that as well, and honestly, it might be good enough for other people to borrow. Like, the blue sparks are okay, the pink sparks are okay, the white sparks are okay. It's maybe good enough to pop up on like an Umamusume search. Man, very weird. Either way, I don't have time for another run. It's 5:30, and I was only going to go until 6 at the latest today. So that's going to do it. Tomorrow is the first day of Gemini CM prep. So I'm trying to get a standalone prep video out. It is harder to find time this weekend than I expected it to be. I have most of a script written. I'm going to see how far I can get on the script later tonight. Otherwise, it might come out later on in the week, which I know is not super ideal for a prep guide, but that's life. Nobody ever has as much time as they want. However, the video tomorrow, the daily play video, will have CM prep at the start. So if you're looking for how I'm thinking about the prep for that CM and you're interested in looking at our first Aces runs, that is going to be in the video that comes out, well, the one that I record tomorrow, but it's going to come out Wednesday, like 4 a.m. Eastern. So keep an eye out for that if you are interested in seeing how Gemini prep is going to end up shaping up. And then, as always, if you want to find motion borrow, if you want our special week long parent borrow, which I can show off really quick just if you're curious what it looks like, or if you are interested in one of the other parents that we've run and you're like, man, I wish I had that as a parent, that's the account info for you. So this is a 2-star power, 2-star turf, tons of white sparks, and then also power long. Pretty heavily focused into being a power long runner parent. But if there's something else you want to see in the star runner, pop into the Discord and let me know. I'll grab you the link for that so that you can hop in there and let me know if there is another parent that you want to see. There you go. See you over there if you want to chat. But in the meantime, did not mean to right click. In the meantime, if you're looking for either of those borrows, here is a trainer ID for you if you want to toss a friend invite over. Till then though, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good luck in your own Gemini prep. I look forward to sharing some of the stuff that I've been thinking about for it, and enjoy the rest of your long weekend if you're over stateside. Take care though.